business school and everything, everybody that I went to school with was a fucking moron. Like, not everybody. There's like 3 people in like every class. There'd be like 30 people in like a lecture class, and then like I had a few auditorium classes, and it was like fucking 150 people, right? And 150 people, I had like one friend that I'd sit next to. I didn't know anybody else in the class, right? But anyway, in like the lecture classes, there's like 3 people that wasn't a dipshit, right? And on top of that, everybody else, right, was just fucking dumb. Like, I feel like they were the kind of people, and it was like me, right? But at least I had an excuse. Like, I always thought, like, my excuse was that, you know, I wanted to be able to play video games all day. My dad wasn't a fan of that. So in order to rationalize that lifestyle, I'd go to class. But these other people, like, they didn't play video games all day. Like, why would you spend all day going to school, like, not doing anything, you know? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. But anyway, so yeah, the people that I went to school with, a lot of them were fucking morons, man. It was actually insane. How do you feel like a master's degree in business administration? Well, the issue is that, like, business administration, a lot of it is like, it's like experience based. So like, I learned more about business administration from WoW and leading guilds than I did from like 6 years. I mean, I don't have a master's degree. But 6 years, guy, you know, as I said, sometimes I took like 2 classes a semester, right? 6 years of school, right? I have a degree in business administration. I learned more from WoW than I did from fucking business school, and it wasn't even close, by the way. It was not even fucking close. And a degree in neckbeard now? Yeah, I do. I certainly do. Didn't you say in the past you almost got the degree? You're really close to getting it? No, I have a degree in business administration, and I was pursuing a degree in computer information systems. And I ended up not doing that degree because I dropped out to play video games all day. Like, that's what happened. So I was going for a second degree because I wanted to go to law school, and I thought that was the best transitionary degree to go to law school. Right? That's basically it. And I only had like maybe 4 classes to take. Actually, it was like 7 classes to take, and then I would have been done. What's your honest opinion on the Popeye's chicken sandwich? I think the Popeye's chicken sandwich is great. It's made so many good World Star videos, and it's caused so many fights. It's made so much great content for all of these people. Now, does the sandwich taste good? Who fucking cares? Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't go to Popeye's. I have no idea. But yeah, it's a great sandwich. I love it. Greater stamina. That's a good one. Okay, we need to get the pike right here. I'll go ahead and I'll pull these 2 guys. Let's see, Magic Jack's here. Yeah, let's pull these 2 guys, and then I'll get the pike. Okay, do it. See what happens. See what happens. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. Wait, where'd my pet go? The fuck? Okay, I'm gonna get my pet out. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you don't know if it tastes good, then you can't really say it's good. Well, it's good at what I think it's good at, right? Which is causing discord. And yeah, what's better than that? Actually, yeah, can you just get the pike instead? That way I don't have to worry about my inventory space, which is always a fucking nightmare. That's when I skill you, so we can craft an addiction. Oh, I don't know about that. Sounds a little bit stupid to me. Friend's groupmate was eating KFC during the lesson today. Well, I used to remember, like, so there was this, like, in college, like, the one thing I really didn't like about college is that even though people were stupid, they came there because they, like, wanted to do the work, right? And one thing I liked about high school was nobody actually gave a shit about anything that was happening in the class, right? Like, you would literally just sit around and just fuck around for, like, days, and that was it. Like, you wouldn't do work. You would just sit around and do nothing. And it was so much more fun than college. Like, in college, you could never throw paper balls at people. You could never fucking, you know, sit around and play video games all day. It was just boring, man. It was so fucking boring to me. And, yeah, it sucked. Okay, let's see. Where's, Cursive Exhaustion? Okay, good. Kill that guy right there. Okay, he's dead. That way I have to make sure I use that on people. That way they don't run away, you know? Let me go pop these guys off, too. Okay, skip this song. You know what? I will skip this song. I don't feel like listening to it right now. Give me a second. Let me pull something else up. Put on a good song here. Let's put on a good song. Here it is. Alright, good. Phase Blade! Phase Blade! Wow! Oh my god. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, perfect. In Sweden, you get bad grades in the last year of high school. Wait, what's this? You're fucked? Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of places in the world that are like that. But in the U.S., you got to remember that, like, everybody in the U.S. goes through high school. So you can have, you can have two things. You can have everybody's able to complete it, or you can have it's difficult. You can't do both. It's like LFR, right? Basically, school, like, you know what? No, it really, it's like LFR. High school in America is like LFR. It doesn't matter if you're, what do you call it? It doesn't matter like what you're doing or anything like that. Everybody gets through it. Everybody clears it. There's no real effort involved or time invested. It's important. All you have to do is sit there and do your assignments. And even if you don't do your assignments, you'll probably be put in a group. And then the one kid that actually wants to go to college will do everything for you. And you can just sit around and do fucking nothing the whole year. And then finally, the school, at the end of the fucking semester, the end of the year, because the school doesn't want to lose money, they're going to allow you to take the special ed program for AP English. And then this actually happened to my friend Jeff. He took literally the special ed program, like the program that's designed literally for people that do not know English and people that actually have genuine learning disabilities. And he was sitting right there using my old 2004 computer, and he was taking his test for getting AP credit. AP, which is like, advanced, like a 5.0 on his GPA off the government, and you don't have a job. It sucks. Like, it was such a huge disappointment to me. Like, I was so disappointed that I couldn't just live off the government, man. Yeah, the streaming ends. Buy all the Wendy's franchise. Free Wendy's for life. Yeah, that's the big secret, right? But no, anyway, it's like in the U.S., like, since everybody has to graduate high school, like, it's really easy. I mean, it's really easy. Like, there are private high schools and, like, more upscale high schools and, like, richer neighborhoods that are more prestigious. But for the most part, I mean, high school in the U.S. is a joke. Like, it is. Like, my high school, like, they didn't give a fuck. And they don't pay the teachers any fucking money. It's just a complete shit show. And, you'll also get what you pay for. A lot of my teachers in high school were fucking morons. Like, they were straight up fucking morons. I never met... Like, the thing is, like, imagine this. Imagine being a teacher. And you're getting out... Like, we would outsmart the teachers all the time. We would trick the teachers into doing all kinds of stupid shit. Imagine being so fucking stupid that you keep getting played by a bunch of fucking, like, 15-year-olds. Like, that's embarrassing, man. It's like, yeah, I mean, the teachers were fucking morons. It's embarrassing. Meanwhile, Chicago school teachers goes on strike for the dumbest things. Well, it's because they don't get paid enough fucking money. Like, the teachers don't get paid enough fucking money. Do you think that they're going to deal with that bullshit for, like, $30,000 a year? Anybody that's worth a shit is going to do something else that's going to pay more money. That's really what it is, man. And college classes are becoming a teacher easy. Things to do, teachers also have more money. Well, college classes, like, the thing is like, you have, like, the student evaluations of college classes, which I always thought was fucking stupid. Because it's like, if you have a student evaluation of a college class, and then people's employment is based off of, like, what the students say, then it's like, it's better for you if you just give everybody easy grades, because then nobody else is going to say anything bad about you. Like, it's so dumb. Come across here. This is another quest. Yeah, it's so dumb. Come up here. And this is my, like, my dad he's a college professor for a while. My dad, like, for an example, like, my dad's had a number of careers in his life. It started with general outlaw, locksmith, went to the army, carpenter, college professor, and, executive at a publishing company. So, yeah, my dad's had quite an interesting, interesting career choices, right? Yeah, outlaw in general, right? Your pet's passive? Yeah, I don't like him attacking. Okay, find Biju's belongings. Where's this bitch's stuff? Next to Voon? Okay, cool. Let's go get that done. What was he teaching? He taught English and experimental psychology. And yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. That's what he's into. What's the recent Warcraft news that you were talking about? Oh, I forgot, actually. What was I even talking about for Warcraft news? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Blizzard ended up doing this thing, which I thought was really, really great. And they're adding in, and I'm not being sarcastic at all, I actually think this is good. They're adding in a mount that you're going to be able to get for completing all of the plus 15 dungeons on time in the new Mythic Plus season. I think this is a great change. And I really do. I'm not even being sarcastic or like an ass or anything. Yeah, this is awesome. And I'm going to go back and do all of the Mythic Plus dungeons now at 15. And that way I can get that achievement and that mount. I mean, there's no way I'm going to miss a fucking mount, right? And yeah, I think that's a really good thing. There's a title too, right? I have no idea if there's a title, honestly. I have no fucking clue. But it's going to be a horse. It's not going to be a horse. Actually, you guys want to see what the mount is? I can pull it up and show you guys. Let me go ahead and we'll kill this boss here, and then I'll show you guys what the mount looks like. It is really, really cool. I saw it yesterday on Wowhead, and I'll go ahead and show it to you guys. See, I know that sounds kind of weird, because I basically was able to do all the content already, and I knew 60 would just kind of happen on its own. Any groups either? Well, it might be more fun for them, right? But overall, I would say that Mythic Plus and Vanilla WoW, or not Vanilla WoW, Jesus Christ, I keep fucking saying random shit. Mythic Plus and Legion, Vanilla Mythic Plus, was 1,000 times better than BFA Mythic Plus. I think BFA Mythic Plus sucks. I do. I really don't find it fun at all. Some of the mechanics are garbage. Yeah. It's not that the mechanics are like, you know, you're not able to, you know, mentally understand how Sanguine works. Like, people can understand how a mechanic works and still think that it's a bad mechanic. And I think that's what's happened with a lot of the systems in here, right? What's the difference, you mean? Well, the difference, in my opinion, is the way that the affixes change the dungeons and the way that the mobs interface with those affixes. Like the mobs that stand still and cast a bunch of stuff, right? Hey, stop. What do you do? Okay. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Yeah, see, I thought it was going to be a 1v1. Now, obviously, the Horde is not going to be a 1v1. Right? Okay, let's see here. How many people do they have? They have 3 people? 4 people? Okay. Alright, message me INV for an invite. Oh, jeez. Yeah, just message me INV for an invite. Let's go. Message me INV for an invite. All I want to compare like a full raid of level 60s running to your exact location to try to kill you specifically to getting ganked by like a rogue in STV. Like, how could you possibly confuse the two things? They're like two completely different worlds. Yeah, they're entirely different. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Let's go ahead and get the whole raid together, and we'll get this done. I'm hitting 60 today no matter what. They can complain about it, they can get mad about it all they want, but I'm gonna hit 60 one way or another. It's a regular occurrence according to streamers. Yeah, of course. It's not a full raid. Well, it would be, right? That's it. Okay, give me 1 second here. Moon have fun with our sniping. Guild have a fun rivalry against yours. I don't have fun with that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm not really a very good sport with stuff like that. I really am not. Like, I'm not the kind of person that takes things like that with like you know, I don't know. It just it's not my personality, and it's just not who I am. Yeah, I'm just not a good sport with shit like that. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna res up over here, I guess. Yeah, here we go. It'd be good if I got a heal. Okay, there we go. Good. All right, let me go turn in this quest. All right, here we go. Is that sniping? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, let's see. Okay. All right, go over here. Okay. All right, we'll kill these guys. Apparently, they all ran away. This is usually the way it goes. All right, let's go. Just have everyone in your raid target advertise so you can get content. Well, it's not about that at all. Like, I don't really give a shit about that. Okay, but yeah. All right, we'll turn this in. Okay, keyboards, exotic pets. I'm just not doing that quest, period. Okay, there we go. Did you enchant your gear? No, I need to do that. I'm going to do that whenever I hit 60. I guess I'll hold on to this for now. But I don't really see myself ever using this. I'm going to throw away the smolder whip carrier. Actually, I don't know if I want to throw away my spider, man. I'll throw this away instead. I certainly don't need this. Okay, perfect. You can't get experience in raid, can you? Well, no, you can't. But, like, you can at least do the, Let's go over to Stormwind. Yeah, everybody, let's go over to Stormwind. We'll get that done next. Are you getting bored of Classic? I mean, like, am I getting bored of Classic? Actually, let's just get a portal to Stormwind right now. Just drop one over here. I never even thought of that. Yeah, we can just take a portal. Shit. I mean, to a certain extent, yeah. I'm thinking, like, what do I really get bored of? Like, I think, like, the way that I play it on stream is like, it's very different than the way I play it off stream. So I don't get bored of playing WoW off stream, but I do sometimes get bored of playing it on stream because the amount of things that I can do on stream are, like, very limited. And, yeah, that's kind of it. I'm still fucking done with MC and Nixia, sorry to say. Stop you whenever you watch videos and shit. Yeah, I mean, like... Okay, alright, before I talk about any more of that, where the fuck do I go to get my turn in for the cloth? Before I do any more of this, I want to make sure I get the rest of this, okay? Okay, let's see here. What are you doing? 60 wool, 60 silk. 60 of each? Okay, let me get 60 wool. Wool cloth, okay. Give me 1 second. I hate people that do this. Like, I actually think it should be, like, bannable or something. Like, this just should be, like, straight up fucking bannable. That people do this. It's so fucking annoying. Okay, because I've got to go all the way down and find the 20 stacks that are actually reasonably priced. Okay, 30 silver. There we go. Alrighty. Get an add-on? Yeah, I probably need to get an add-on. Okay, give me a second here. Alright, wool cloth and then silk cloth too. Silk cloth, and I'll buy these two. Okay. So this is so fucking annoying, man. Like, I know I say no changes, but if they ban people that listed their stuff like that, I would not complain. I'll say that right now. I would not complain. I'd be like, you know what? That's what you fucking get. I'll buy some of these right here. Okay, let's try this out. The auctionator add-on. I feel like I have to get like an auction add-on. That's so annoying. I don't want to have to deal with that. It's 240 of each. Well, let me go ahead and find out because I've never done this before. So I'm trying it out myself the first time. Okay, I'll loot this here. Don't support it by just being stupid. Well, people still are going to do it, right? Because there's always going to be dumb people. 60 cloth for 1 turn-in. Okay. So I have 3 turn-ins that I have to do then, right? Is there a Gnomergan turn-in? A gnome turn-in? Or is it just Darnassus and the other ones, right? It's 4. Okay. So it's in here. And it's upstairs apparently, right? Okay, this guy. Wool, silk, and mage weave. Alright, I'll turn this in here. Wait, this gave me 650 rep. Oh, okay, that gave me more. Okay, mage weave. Wait, I did all this for 650 rep? Rune cloth is a lot of rep. Okay. It better be. I'm gonna be upset if it's not. Okay, let's see here. Well, in self-class are too low level for you? I guess so. Let me look at the rest of this. Okay, so let's see here. Alright, I'll move all these over. And I'm just looking what I should get rid of here. Okay, I'll just mail all these over. That way I have space for everything. So I need to buy... Should I just download the add-on right now? Because I don't want to go through and try to buy, like, all the commodities. If they're going to do, like, all that dumbass stuff. Yeah, I'm going to download the add-on right now. Fuck it. Okay, what's it called? What's it? Auctionator. Okay, is it on Curse? I'm hoping that it is, because that's, like, the only place that I look for any add-ons. Auctioneer. Okay, so get more add-ons. Classic. Auction. Okay, Auctioneer seems to be the main one. I'm going to go ahead and do Auctioneer, updating it. And, okay, this is for Classic, right? Yeah, it's for Classic. Alright, and now I'll close the game and I'll reopen it and see if this works. Auctionator is easier? Yeah, but I'm not seeing it on the Curse client. Then Silk Cloth, and now I need Rune Cloth, right? Rune Cloth. Okay, so this is a trade. Okay, I'm heading over to you. We're good. We're on Facebook. Yeah, I found it, dude. It's okay. I need to go pick up the other ones out of my bank, though. So this cost me, like, what, like 40 gold or so? It's actually pretty good for how much experience I'm getting out of it. What are my recent searches? Asmongold? Hey. Dark Souls 2. What the fuck is this? The biggest community. They have probably the best server. You know, the best, like, infrastructure for, like, streams. They hardly ever get shut down, etc. Right? Twitch crashes sometimes, but so does everywhere else. I think they have the best emotes. They have the best, like, rewards and everything for people for supporting streams. Just in general, I think Twitch is it's the best live stream platform on the internet right now. And that might change in the future, but right now, I'm certainly not seeing a change. Yeah, I mean, there it is. And people can get mad about that all they want, but there it is. Mixer is better? No, it's not. Like this, like you're watching the Mixer chat, and there's this thing, you know, weird ass bullshit popping up in chat. I don't want that. It's annoying. Like it's annoying. Fuck that, man. Like no, Twitch is the best platform by a mile. There's no other platform that's better than Twitch. As I said, like if another platform gave me $20 million, yeah, of course I'd go stream on the platform. It's $20 million. But besides that, like, no, I'm probably going to stick with Twitch, right? Unless something crazy happens and YouTube ends up being like this super popular thing. And, you know, I stream on YouTube, I get 200,000 viewers every stream, etc. You know, this kind of stuff, I don't really think about it a lot, right? I mean, I hope that YouTube does well. Of course, I hope that it does well. But it's nothing that I'm sitting around and worrying about. You know what I mean? Ninja and Shroud only there for sellout. Mixer's dog shit. Well, I don't know. It's not really selling. I mean, it's selling out in a way, but it's more like kind of... It's like after they take that deal, there is literally nothing else they ever have to do in their entire life. All they have to do is just take that one deal, and then they're done. That's it. Retard donated $2. Thank you very much, Retard. I appreciate that. Your boy GB, I think, so $3. I appreciate that too, man. Sometimes when I'm tanking Ragnaros, I'm highest on threat, but he turns around and one-shots melee. Why? Good question. I don't know. I'm not sure why that is, actually. Just try to taunt as fast as you can. Been leeching your content on YouTube. I feel like you deserve $10. Love your streams. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. And thanks for watching it on YouTube. Watching a stream post-surgery in the hospital after getting my bowel fixed. You're the man, Asmon. I'm currently grinding my alt to 60 on this terrible hospital Wi-Fi. Big dick energy all the way from New Zealand, mate. Hey, dude. Thank you very much for the 15, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was almost about to go down there for ExileCon. Maybe I will next year, but that's a big maybe and a probably not. We'll see what happens. So I'm a TBCZ baby out there, but other than TBC, Legion was my favorite expansion next to Wrath. Does that make me a cuck? No, I think Legion was a good expansion for a lot of people. A lot of people really enjoyed Legion. For me personally, I just wasn't really a big fan. I think that's really the difference. Okay, I'm not going to do that one. Strange Sources. Okay, and that's Deep Whisper Gorge, right? Yeah. Okay, so I need to go and kill these mobs over here, guys. So, yeah, just like all these Winterfall mobs, and get them out of the way. Thank you very much, guys, for the donations. Okay, I appreciate that, man. Okay, give me 1 second. We scroll all the way up. All right, we're good. Let's move forward. Watch the 2 types of warrior players. It's 3 minutes. Maybe I'll watch that at some point. I don't know when, but maybe I'll watch that. What add-on do you use for raid group on the side? I don't use an add-on. It's like there are plenty of artists that were really popular in the 90s that nobody gives a fuck now. Why is that? It's because people don't listen to their music anymore. If you're 60 right now and you want to come chill and do this and be part of the my second, and somebody else in the guild, an officer in the guild, had a personal dispute, and the officer in the guild decided to kick Unbind out of the guild because of this personal dispute. And if I did not know this officer personally, I would have kicked them out of the guild. This is a massive problem. I was very angry about it. And when Unbind was removed, I thought it was a complete mistake. So yeah, I thought it was really stupid. Oh, let's see here. But yeah, so I'm Unbind for the time. Well, I haven't talked about Unbind in like 2 weeks, right? I mean, but I'm just saying, like, so yeah, whenever he got kicked out of the guild, it was somebody that was like, had like some kind of vendetta against him. It was like a long thing. Why are you defending Unbind? Well, I'm not defending Unbind, I'm defending common sense. There's nothing that indicated that Unbind was selling gold other than people's accusations. And I think the reason why people were saying that Unbind was selling gold, what's this song? The reason why people were saying Unbind was selling gold is because they were angry about the, but I don't know, like, yeah, it's just like, ban anyone who attempts converse, because you have no choice to get bombed. Well, you don't put up with an IRL at all, right? I mean, like, if somebody's talking shit to you, for example, at the supermarket, like, you just leave. Like, it's not like you're going to sit there and try to rationalize with this person about, like, how you're actually a good person or try to refute what they're saying. No, you just leave and stop talking to them. Like, in normal life, that doesn't happen at all. This is purely something that happens on Twitch. That's basically it. Okay, here, let's see. What is this here? I have no idea. Okay, you do ban a lot of people? Oh, I do. Yeah, I ban tons of people. I do constantly. And I will continue to do that. I'd prefer to have, like, less people in chat and stuff like that. And not really have, like, dumbass people that are trying to, like, you know, like, say certain things about me, etc. I'm not going to put up with it anymore. Yeah, I used to for a long time, back in 2017 or so. But, you know, whenever I kind of got a little bit more, like, I guess, like, self-respect, I don't do that anymore. Okay, let's see. I'll try to res up right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see. All right, we're resing up now. Okay. Are we good? It seems like we're good. Here is equal self-respect. Well, yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, right? I mean, I think whenever you're starting out as a streamer, you try to, like, be more accommodating to people, so that way you get more viewers and grow more. But I think you do that at the expense of your own self-respect. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happens. Okay, we've got everybody here. Okay, this should be fine. Message me for an invite. Message me INV for an invite. Message me INV for an invite, okay? Let's go. Okay. I'm rezzed up, and everything should be fine. Okay, give me 1 second here. I'll do the announcement in just a second. I just want to get all this wrapped up, and then we'll be ready. But I've thought about actually the solution to it. I've thought about just doing sub mode all the time, actually. And it's something I've been considering a lot more recently. And I think that I probably will. And so that way it'll just be sub mode constantly. And like I think almost a lot of the other streamers do that. And after they get over like a certain view count, and I think that would probably just be better for the stream in general. Okay. So I'm gonna try to go over here. Actually, I need to go get my Frostmaul shards. So we'll try to get that done too. Every streamer does sub mode only. Yeah. And just do sub mode all the time. We're gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, let me get the tags as much as possible. You're pregnant. I'm not pregnant. Okay, all right, let's rule that one out. Nobody is pregnant. Just stop. Nobody is pregnant, period. I don't want to hear that anymore. Nobody is pregnant at all. Okay. Let's see. I'll go down this way and kill this mob here. Okay, let's see here. Alrighty, 1 second. Okay, yeah, that guy's dead, and then we'll go to here, and I'll get this done. Alright. Suppose to force your hand, do sub mode and don't look back. Yeah, I think that I probably will, as I said. Put on a better song. I won't listen to this song. It's a better one. It's been one of those things that I've been... I originally said I'd never do it. Unless the situation was right. And the fact is, guys, I think the time and the place has been... It's been the right thing to do. And 1 year ago, I first considered this. And I wrote it off. I said I was never going to do this again. I said I never would do it again. But after a while, after some thinking, I got nostalgic. And I thought about all the great opportunities that I could have. All the amazing possibilities for content that I could create. Whenever I played Dark Souls 2 on the anniversary of me playing Dark Souls 1, 1 month from now. That's the plan. I thought about this a while. The thing is that there's a lot of people, and they messaged me and they told me that, you know, they really enjoyed the Dark Souls 1 playthrough a lot. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to try this game. I don't know if I'll enjoy it or not. But I figure on the 1 year anniversary of me beginning Dark Souls 1, I think it was on December 3rd or 2nd, I don't remember which one, I'm going to go back and I'm going to try Dark Souls 2. That's the plan. You call this a big... Oh, you want another announcement? You want another announcement? What other announcements do I have? Let me think. I have a few. I just don't know which ones I'm able to do right now. I'm able to say right now. I don't know if I'm able to shave head. Okay. So I want you guys to vote fairly, and I want to have this be a genuine thing, not some kind of weird bullshit, but giving me the actual opinion. Is Shadowlands a Scourge expansion? This is something I've been wanting to ask myself, and I think that it's time that we finally do that. Is Shadowlands a Scourge expansion or not? There's the poll. I'll give it a second. Is it a Scourge expansion or not? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Is it a Scourge expansion or not? Alright. Moment of truth. I didn't really plan for this. I didn't plan for this at all. What the fuck? Shave that rat's nest? Yeah, I know, man. Make another poll saying the word fundamentally is not bad. There's nothing about the word boomer that's bad in the same way like the N-word is fundamentally bad because of the way that it was kind of originated. Like, the word boomer just means basically baby boomer. Which is, that's whatever, who cares? It's the connotation. Well, it depends, right? There are plenty of people, like, let me show you, okay? So I saw this video earlier, and I want to show this to you guys, and this will be like an example of what I mean. Okay, give me a second. Let me pull this up. Pause this. Don't want to watch this with you guys. I think that I've seen it before, but I don't know. Watch this.
For their pan pizza, but yeah, really, this is more of a thin crust, but I'm not gonna hold that against them. I don't mind thin crust pizzas.
Hey. Look at that, dude. You really think Boomer's fundamentally bad? How could it be fundamentally bad? I love this shit. I could watch that video all day, man. Problematic toxicity. Yeah, hey. He must have said the word retard. Listen. Boomer is not a fundamentally bad word. A lot of people use boomer as a, it's like a term that, it's like if you're 35 and you're calling yourself a boomer because you play classic WoW and listen to AC/DC, you're not actually a boomer. So there's like the cultural definition and like the official definition of the word. So you can use boomer as a negative pejorative term, but it's not fundamentally a negative pejorative term. Does that make sense? I just want to make sure that I'm completely caught up with this. Are you guys see what I'm saying? Okay, good. I just want to make sure that I'm actually talking. I'm talking some sense. People complaining about boomer are the same ones that are complaining millennial, use millennial as something negative. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, they're like, oh, well, entitled millennials. So millennials suck or something bad about millennials. This is the same thing with everyone, right? I mean, it's annoying, but there it is. Try to use retard, so to use the other one. Well, no, all I mean is that, like, the word boomer isn't, like, a fundamentally bad word. In the same way that, like, the N-word is a fundamentally bad word. Go read the first paragraph of the Millennial Wiki. Well, millennials are just people that were born between a certain time period. That's it. Nothing more complicated than that. And I think that's completely fine. A lot of people, like, again, they get wrapped up with this kind of stuff. But to me, like, yeah, I don't think it's a big deal at all. Call somebody a boomer or anything like that. What's a coomer? Apparently that's somebody who jacks off all fucking day. That's all they do is jack off. And, yeah, a doomer is somebody that hates their life and hates everything. How much money would you cut off your... I don't know, man. Oh, yeah, no, we're going to do Strat, not Skola. Yeah, we're going to do in Strat. I don't want to do Skola right now. Watch Classic While Dancing video. I'm pretty sure I watched that before. But anyway, I just wanted to say that real quick, right? And that way everybody can kind of see where I'm coming from, etc. There's no word that's inherently bad, only the meaning that we're assigning to them. Well, not necessarily. I mean, like, I think that there should be, like, an implicit understood meaning of certain words, right? It's the same thing as, like, a connotation of a word. It's the difference between, like, a plan and a conspiracy. Conspiracy has a negative connotation, plan doesn't. It's like if you call somebody the N-word, right? No, of course, the sound that that word makes is not fundamentally racist. Nothing is fundamentally racist. But at its very core of the word, yes, of course, that's what it's originated from. And to say that it's not is, I think, just it's being deliberately obtuse. You're being completely intellectually dishonest and deliberately obtuse. Right, that's it. Because everyone's a racist. It's not about being a racist or anything like that. The way that I look at it, right, is that I just like to be able to talk about things in like an honest way. And that's what I've always enjoyed. You just get to talk about shit and say what you want to say. And that's what I've always kind of preferred. Why people use the word N-word if it's used all the time? Well, they use it in a different way. Right? And like that's what I was saying before about people that are like appropriating words for like different things. That's kind of the way that things go in general. No, not everyone's racist. I'm trying to just wait for the views. Well, no, it's like, yeah, I don't know who said that, like whatever. But I think there's a lot of people that hold racist tendencies, right? More so than just like, okay, well, it's like it's a spectrum, right, of like racism. There's some people that get a little bit nervous around black people and other people that want to like, they think they're the superior race. And there's like a huge difference between those two people, but it's still fundamentally racism. I think that's really the difference. And offended no matter what you say. Can't kneel down. Well, I feel like, yeah, it depends. The way that I look at it is that I think you should be able to say whatever you want, but if you're going out of your way to intentionally offend people, then like, yeah, you're just an asshole. And like, you shouldn't be surprised whenever people don't want to talk to you or whatever. I think it's really the intent behind the words that matters a lot more than the words themselves. So to me, it's like if somebody, I'll give you an example of this, right? If somebody throws a rock at you and the rock misses, you're still going to be mad at that person because they just tried to throw a rock at you, right? Even though the rock did nothing to you. You're still going to be mad because the intent was still there. The intent of these actions is what matters the most. I don't give a shit about the words or whatever, right? If somebody is literally trying to use the words and trying to be an asshole just because they want to get a reaction, then yeah, fuck them, man. That's it. A lot of words. What is this? A lot of people don't think about intent. Well, they don't think about intent because they already have their mind made up of who's wrong or who's right before they even go into something. That's why. But no, to me personally, I think intent is the main thing that does matter. Intent matters a lot. Calling someone a boomer to describe their attitude and behavior, like downloading add-ons from Only Curse. Well, look, dude, I don't want to deal with all the other like weird-ass add-on websites and like trying to go through all of that stuff. I just don't want to deal with it, you know? How much money do you think Shroud and Ninja got paid to leave Twitch? I have no idea. But anyway, I just want to go back. Intent, context, and the meaning of the words. Yeah, all of these things matter. And I think intent is the number one thing that matters the most. So if you say something, and it's very easy, like George Carlin had a skit about this, right? Where basically there's like a understood, like people understand that, like, I think it was something about saying like the N-word, right? And it was like, okay, if Richard Pryor says it, people are okay with it because they know he's not racist. But, if he says it, George Carlin says it, then it's a completely different thing because people don't know that he's not racist. And I think that's kind of the same issue. And intent can only be speculated. Well, I think it's also like the big problem that I have is whenever somebody does something with like maybe a gray intent, like you don't really know what the intent is specifically, but then you go out of your way to like ascribe an intent to them and you say, you know what, this is what you meant to say whenever you said this. And I think there's a certain amount of like, obviously if you're doing something constantly and you're always eliciting some sort of reaction and you keep saying, oh no, I'm not doing this, you're just being intellectually dishonest. But in general, I think there's a lot of people out there that do just want to talk about something or say a word and they don't mean to be racist or whatever. They're just being dipshits. And I think that should be considered differently than somebody who says certain things with the intent of being harmful. I think intent matters more than anything. It's just very hard to find out what the intent is because you can never be sure that the person who's saying what their intent is telling the truth. So yeah, I mean that's kind of that's my take on it. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't think it's stupid to say the N-word. Well, I think it's dumb to say, right? But I mean, I also there's a certain point of it where there are a lot of people that say the N-word and they're not racist. They're just being edgy. Now, is it contributing to racism? I don't know. It depends. You can, yeah, that argument goes, you know, you can go back and forth with that a bunch of times. But yeah, there are plenty of people that say it and they're not being racist. Like, yeah, sure. So there's a certain level of common sense that has to be part of it, right? Racism and prejudice comes with stereotyping. Yeah, of course it does. Anyway, let's go ahead. We'll take a look at this video. This is the next episode of the videos that we were watching yesterday. Okay. But yeah, I'm not interested in debating racism. I think that people on the internet have such strong and extreme views on racism that it's a waste of time to discuss them, because people already have their mind made up and they're so far invested in their point of view and their mindset that it transcends critical thought and critical thinking. So even if you present them information that directly contradicts what they say, they will still just ignore it and keep thinking what they're thinking. It doesn't matter. So let's go ahead. We're going to watch this video. We'll get off that subject, okay? Give me a minute here. Okay. Let's go.
Last time, our hero sold a Noman axe after making him dance naked.
One goal for the
had a 4
prospector
a.m.
axe?
twerk party in the dead mines.
My God.
2 pieces of blue gear and got slaughtered by the Horde countless times. Continuing the adventure, I traveled to Lakeshire and contracted scoliosis after drinking an indigenous brew of psychoactive alkaloids.
Yep.
Swagwictus would come to find that when you're under a 10-minute scoliosis debuff, there's nothing you can do but just wait it out and let nature run its course. By the way, due to my own scoliosis, I get to make as many jokes as I want. I wish I was straight, but God made me this way. Y'all ever have so
that's
much
the warrior
gangster
quest
lean
where
you
you're
need
drunk.
surgery
I
to
remember
get rid
this.
of it? Pause for laughter. This is where you laugh. I'm trying to remember a joke someone told me.
Wait, did I skip an episode? No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
This is...
Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay.
About a week back, but I can't get it straight. Honestly, as a person with scoliosis, I don't think I'm that different. I'm like a normal guy, but with a twist. I then tried fishing with these 2 kids, only to realize that the dwarven fishing pole I had was actually a gun. The downside was that Roger and Jemin would have to fish on their own. The silver lining was that I now had a fucking gat. After doing parkour for 15 minutes to get on top of this building, by the way, I live a very fulfilling life, I found a group to take down one bad hombre of an elite mob, Gathilzog. This was the first time I would use corpse running as a legitimate strategy. You run up to his castle and die. Then you zoom right past the ridiculous number of elite mobs that occupy the castle and go straight to the throne room, where you all resurrect at the same time. That is if I had actually paid any attention to the instructions.
People weren't paying attention. What a surprise.
Optimally, this is where we'd all res. Take out the 2 regular elite mobs, regenerate all our health, and take out Gathilnog. But need I remind you that WoW Classic is a fuckers game. Half our party wiped just fighting the first 2 dudes. And it was whilst awaiting their return that I noticed Blizzard had changed our guild name. Not a good look. Anyways, we all ready up for the fight. They give me the green light to get this show on the road. I charge in, forget to pop my healing potion, and pretty much get murked immediately. Out of 10, everyone dies and half the party leaves. Luckily, it is a pretty popular quest, so we quickly got replacements.
Okay, that's
Although we did have to wait for them to go through the process of corpse walking. This time around, we hit it like it's Y2K. I fear the mobs, completely ruining the fight for everyone. I was then banished from playing the game for like 15 seconds. It's a reoccurring theme in WoW to be CC'd for over 10 seconds, and in retrospect, this actually saved me from dying.
I feel like that's totally true. I mean, you look at the people in WoW, right? And like the length of CCs in this fucking game, it's ridiculous. In classic WoW, you get sapped for a minute. Sapped for a minute? Like, I mean, bro, like, what the fuck do you mean sapped for a minute? Like, yeah, 45 seconds. Oh, yeah. Well, then they do it again, and then it's a minute. CCs and WoW are way too long. I'll be right back. Can I take this?
What a day. What a fucking day, man. What a fucking day, man. This shit is just getting worse and worse. I mean, it just gets worse and worse every day. I don't know what to say. By the way, boomer is something commies came up with because they don't like conservative.
Okay, sorry about that, boys. I'm back. The fuck is this, dude? Okay, I'm back.
Opinion, Gathilsock is a bit of a boss man G when you really get down to brass tacks.
This is one of my favorite quest lines. I love this.
I managed to loot Gathilzog's head moments before dying and say, sayonara, it's been my utmost pleasure.
Fuck him,
and
dude.
I'm moving on to the next quest, losers.
I did the same shit. Can you come back and help us get it? No, bro, I gotta go. Sorry. I'm DCing. My internet just died. I hate the true classic WoW experience.
And in light of recent demonetizations, you will not be seeing any more naked gnomes on this channel. It's entirely my fault for thinking YouTube could handle such graphic content.
You can't have that.
I have come up with a new motto.
But you know what they do have? They have videos of YouTubers that are wearing their hats sideways, and their video is called Kissing My Sister Who Happens to Be 12. And somehow that's completely okay. And, you know, it's totally fine. I really, like, YouTube needs to do something about this degenerate content on their platform. Like, and I really mean this. Like, the degenerate content of kissing my sister the first time, and it's his underage sister, and, like, the thumbnail is her in a bikini. Like, just fucking delete their channel. Just delete their whole fucking channel. Do the world a favor and get rid of it. Like, I really mean that. Just delete the whole fucking channel.
To show that I truly have changed. I say Azeroth for all. So let's just all have a good friendly time here. Let's just have some fun. See, that's what I love about the classic community. It's just a community, and it's just...
Yeah, it's such a great place.
If I recall correctly, I then went into the Stockades dungeon and wiped immediately. Then I involuntarily left the party. In a moment of despair, I actually considered buying a new WoW GF, but
it's a good idea.
Saner minds prevailed. Then I leveled to the appropriate level, got a bit of gear.
How much does a WoW girlfriend cost? How much does it cost? I'd say probably like 200 gold, right? It's your sub fee, 15 bucks. 15 bucks. I think it probably depends on how affectionate they are. You know, I think that really matters a lot. You know, is she going to send you little cooking recipes in the mail, or is she just going to do a quest for you and then log off and say, you know, I have to go because my dad tells me I have to get offline, and she's 23 and her dad's actually her boyfriend, and, you know, just kind of sucks. I think it depends.
You know, you need a little bit of gear in World of Warcraft. And then I tried the Stockades dungeon for real this time. We make it to the final boss, where I tactically decide to fear the mobs, completely ruining the fight for everyone. The feared mobs then go on to aggro every remaining enemy in the dungeon. We almost immediately wipe and have to run all the way back. And our healer really wasn't on point for this one, I have to say. But with World of Warcraft, you never know what to expect. You never know if you're going to fuck everything up, or if the servers are going to disconnect, or maybe it's, what's the mix-up? Reversal, and the boss actually fears you into all the other mobs.
Oh, there you go.
Making your party wipe.
Something
different.
To
walk all the way back.
Censored his guild name, dude.
Deadmines is engaging and really well designed, whereas the Stockades is boring and shit. Which
actually
is exactly
sucks.
why I did it.
The Stockades
twice.
is the
I
worst
had to
dungeon
pick
they've
the
ever
quest
made.
chain that leads to the Seal of Rin, a ring I really wanted. I wish
a big
someone
one.
had told me that I didn't have to do the dungeon for a second time, but I suppose it's a learning experience. Now you might recall the gnome who I made. Well, he messaged me out of the blue with an item upgrade.
Oh.
That's actually happy vibes and good karma. He
Happy
requested we
vibes.
do Stockades before handing it over. After
Okay.
painstakingly going through Stockades for the 3rd time, he informs me that it's his weapon and he'd never give it to me. Now there are many things I wish to call this gnome, all of which would leave me restricted by my
Oh, that's great.
technocratic overlords, so I'm just gonna tell you what
Yeah.
happened next. I found the answer to the question. What would happen if you fell off a boat right before the zone that loads into the Eastern
Okay,
Kingdoms?
let's find out.
Well, you'd have a very long time to think about the consequences.
you've gotta ride all the way back.
Actions. Then I killed some cows. And I found out the hard way you're not supposed to walk anywhere near the
Okay.
Terran Mill Death Guards.
No.
Then I took my
Surprise.
frustrations out on this poor hunter who was just looking to level in peace.
Oh, he got
Grew
one stack
tired
of
WoW
retaliation.
PvP
That's
when I
good.
was quickly reminded that mages can just freeze you and blink away.
Okay.
Found the
Okay.
Stonehenge and
Okay.
decided to check my mailbox. I was
Ooh,
kind of
it's
hoping
almost
you
level
guys had
30.
sent me a bunch of gold so I could skank through this game like a primal fucking animal. Yet all I got was
Hey.
69
Hey.
copper, a glass of milk, and a note telling me to stick my hand inside. And just
With-
when you
with
think
milk.
you've seen it all, you realize World of Warcraft has so much more to offer. We
Bull
tried to kill
Agorist, dude.
Balgaraz the Foul
God, I
and
fucking
died
hate
5
this guy.
times in a row. At which
I
point
hate
I
this
decided
fucking mob.
that all the events that had just transpired
I hate that
simply
fucking
wasn't
mob
gonna
so
cut
much,
it.
man.
I would have to redeem the current state of affairs by entering yet another dungeon. I returned to Ashenvale, the southeast London of Azeroth, and subjected myself to a ghastly experience. I believe that entering Black Fathom Deeps when the hour's about to ding midnight is about as close as you can get to simulating the conditions in a black hole. You start by finding a group
Oh, yeah,
of
because it's
moderately
just a waste of
intelligent
time and
humans
you can
with
never
nothing
leave.
better to do on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
On your way through Ashenvale and Zaram Strand, you may encounter harsh adversity, which you must overcome. Jump down this water temple
That was
and
a
swim
banana.
into these narrow underground
Banana.
tunnels. Now, mind you, we're
Okay.
still in contested territory, so you may run into a sizable group of Horde players. Naturally, I did the only responsible thing and immediately ambushed them. Naturally, I did the only responsible thing and immediately ambushed them. Naturally, I did the only responsible thing and immediately ambushed them.
Yeah.
Sorry, times are tough. Had to outsource all my editing to a guy in Bangladesh. So if any of it seems poorly cut together, immediately ambushed them.
Okay, you know what, that was pretty clever.
Times are tough. It was rather unfortunate that they were.
I think my favorite part of all of these videos is watching him run after a caster with retaliation on. Like, there's just something about that that just screams vanilla WoW. It's just funny to see it happen.
2 groups. They killed us, camped our corpses for 10 minutes, and then eventually moved on. We got absolutely cucked, having to move a safe distance behind them at a snail's pace, missing out on all the XP and items. After going through the death tunnel,
That's sad.
we entered Black Fathom Depths. Little did we know, we had a long
This is going to
night
be the
ahead
rest
of
of the
us.
video. I
This
can
is how
almost
you can
guarantee
tell I
it.
was less of a Super Mario 64
Hey.
person and more of a Diddy Kong racing person. Boom. Now there's 2 quests for this dungeon.
It's always
that
funny
rely
for me
on
to watch
RNG,
people fuck
and
that
I'll have
up.
You know I completed neither. Drop rates
Yep.
in WoW Classic are notorious for being unreasonably low and very inconsistent.
Yes.
Or as the community would put it,
Yes.
incredibly rewarding. BFD is definitely a much cooler dungeon than Stockades. You got a
Yeah,
variety of
BFD is a lot
different
better.
enemies.
I like
It's set in
BFD.
this underwater cavern where you have to clear out sea witches before swimming through underwater tunnels.
That's
you get
cool.
vibrant neon-esque green and purple colors
That's cool.
saturated to the gills. The item drops are actually worthwhile, and I'd put this on par with Dead Mines. It's just really well made.
yeah,
Other
yeah.
than fighting a few Murlocs
I
and
agree with that.
Sea Threshers
Yeah,
in
it was really
Darkshore,
good.
this is the first time I really got my feet wet with underwater combat, and we were fucking killing it.
Too bad
I
it
was
was literally
beginning
no
to think
reason to
that
ever
this
do
was
the
gonna be a
dungeon.
pretty clean run without any hiccups.
Yep.
That is until we reached the Temple of the Old Gods, or rather the entrance to the temple. This
The
was
waste
the
of
very
time.
moment where the extent of our ability to operate as a unit was revealed. We weren't very good.
Oh, yeah?
Zippin, bad effort, and yours truly tried fighting the mobs up on this sidewalk.
That's good,
Until
that's smart.
Dazar said, "Come down, quick." At which point, 1 minute later, I immediately jumped down whilst the others stayed up top. As I tried to save Dazar, Hrothgar aggroes all the mobs and take them up to where I just jumped down from. Bad effort, our healer, lives up to his name and proceeds to flee the fight with full health. We then got sandwiched in the worst way possible and all died. Then it dawned on me
Okay,
that you have
dude.
to walk all the way from the entrance to Ashenvale
Okay,
through
dude.
Zoram Strand, over to the temple, through the underwater caverns,
Yep.
to then enter BFD, and walk
He's got
all
the
way
night
through
elf
the
racial,
dungeon
he can run
every
back
time
faster.
you wipe. Something I would describe as a tedious process. So one could only hope that we weren't gonna die anymore. We made our way through the mobs that had previously brought us trouble, rolled for a chest, I didn't get it, and then jumped in the water to kill the old Sarakis. Once we slay the beast, I need for a cape that I have
Oh,
no use
that's
for,
really
and
good.
get promptly disconnected from the Blizzard multiplayer experience. When I log back
That's
in, I
really
can see
good.
I won the cape. It's got pretty much the same stats
Wow.
as my current one, but it's green.
Wait, is a Sentry cape?
Ah,
That's really
now that I
good.
really
Holy
get a good
shit.
look at it, I think I prefer the old one. Now,
Fuck it.
Dazar was a war-hardened WoW veteran. He knew this dungeon in and out, so the smart thing to do would be to just listen
Yeah.
to his instructions as he knew his shit.
Fuck
He
that
informs
shit,
us to
dude.
just
Let's
pull
run
one or
in
two
there,
mobs at
dude.
a time and fight them
Fuck
outside
that
the
dumbass
temple.
bitch.
We do it and clear out all the smaller mobs.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
That's
Now,
smart.
he'd been preparing us for the boss fight. He told us for the last hour, over and over again, that once we kill the boss, we just shouldn't click anything. Something we've all agreed to on multiple occasions. Now, before killing the
Okay.
boss, he reminds us one last time.
Don't click anything.
Please don't touch anything.
Okay.
There's these 4 shrines.
That's good.
And it's vital
That's
that
good.
you guys don't activate
I'm glad
any
now
of
they
them.
know. That way
Let
they won't
me
have to
handle
click
this
anything.
part. I'm like,
That's smart.
geez, does he think we're stupid or something?
Yeah, yeah,
But
what the
as it
fuck?
turns out, this man just had a comprehensive understanding of the spectrum of intelligence you may encounter in this game. Allow
What
me
do you
to
mean?
walk you through our effective communications right after we kill the boss.
What do you mean?
I need one more pendant. Okay, so we don't touch anything. Well, still good pants for you.
Yeah.
Menacingly walking towards the 4 shrines in silence. Fuck's sake, no one move. What now? Need one more pendant.
Oh,
Don't
no.
click anything. Need one pendant. Already?
Oh,
I need
no.
2. I need 2. Don't click anything. Starts activating all 4 altars at
Wait,
once.
what?
Stop! What the fuck
What's
did
he
I
doing
say?
that for? Why?
Head.
Look, head.
Oh, we can't just press them? Oh, wipe. Ready?
Oh my god.
Man, now we could have
Fuck,
fought
man.
one horde of mobs at a time, but due to Hrothgar's mutiny, we were now facing 4. Needless to say,
Wow.
they wiped the floor with us, and we had to walk the damn pilgrimage yet again.
Yep.
After calling Hrothgar a donkey and a daydreamer, Bad Effort informs us that he had to go due to
don't
urgent
have
matters
time.
in real life. At
What a
1
loser.
a.m., we didn't really believe him, so we
What a
told him
loser.
to suck it up and smoke through it. In the words of the donkey daydreamer himself, "Ah well, I can admit when I screwed up. I'm
Yep.
sorry there."
See, that's what I love about Classic. It's just a community. I'm gonna post this interaction to the WoW Classic subreddit.
When we then make it to the temple, we face the unforeseen
It's so accurate,
consequences
too.
of
That's why I like
Hrothgar's
it.
actions. Every elite
So
mob we
accurate.
summoned are clumped up in the same spot, making
Oh,
it
great.
impossible for us to fight them one at a time. We have to kill them if we want to make it to the final boss. One guy has to fucking go, so I make the executive decision to pull all the mobs.
Wait, he used
somehow,
retaliation
and
again.
I really don't know how.
Well,
we
why?
perfectly executed optimal teamwork. We all focus the right mobs in the right order, keep the
Wow.
aggro perfectly split between the 2 tanks, and we kill every single mob without anyone dying. Which opens the door
Wow.
to the ancient gods. As the final foe, Akumai, stands before us, I do what I do best. With a spring in my step, a glint in my eye, and a fire in my belly, I ruin everything because I'm not very talented. Zippin was tanking.
Yeah.
Everything was going smooth until our healer ran out of mana.
That's not
Zippin's
good.
health started falling dangerously low.
No, it's fine.
Akumai blocks my mocking blow, so he keeps attacking
Uh-oh.
Zippin. I don't taunt the boss because I don't use defensive stance. And I forgot that I even had
course not.
challenging shout. I don't think much of it. I mean, we've pretty
Yeah,
much
of
killed
course
him
not.
already.
Why would you
Then
use that?
Akumai enrages, and starts
That's a
quickly
loser
chugging
ability.
Zip himself. As I ponder which ability to use, I remember that I have Challenging Shout. Unfortunately,
Oh, wow.
I opt to click on Demoralizing Shout, proving that I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing in this
You
game.
win some, you
Within
lose
a
some.
15-second time frame,
It's
Zip
right there on the
dies.
bar.
I die. Our healer dies. And finally, Dazar fell too, leaving everything up to Hrothgar, the man with a lukewarm IQ.
He's gonna win. He's gonna kill him. He'll kill him. He's gonna kill him. 100% he'll kill him. Watch this. He'll kill him.
On his last attack, he actually manages to fucking
And the
do
turtle's
it,
gonna
only
kill
to
him,
be
right?
taken down by one of the smaller mobs seconds later. His last words, "Damn you, turtle." Akamai drops a belt that none
Wow.
of us can really use, and we leave the party.
GG,
but you won't
I guess.
believe what heretical thing happened
It's a nice
next
little picture there.
week on Swagwick's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay. A corpse made it to the water. Yeah, exactly. All right, that was really good. Let's be honest. That was okay. Yeah, this was good. I love this. Yeah, these are funny. Yeah, these are great. Maybe I should make videos like this. These are really funny. I like this. Okay, next. We'll go to next. All right, shut
This
up.
is the story of
Okay, we've got one more here. Oh wait, we've got two more. Okay. All right, here we go. We'll watch this one, and then we're gonna do some more leveling. Then we'll watch this one later. Okay. So we're gonna watch this one now and this one later. Okay, here we go.
Open door in 5,
Oh.
4.
Oh.
Now. Oh, fuck, let me in. No.
Uh-oh.
Fucking
Uh-oh.
Bastard. Fucking scum, you horde scum.
Oh,
Fucking let me in.
there it
Let
is.
me in. Fuck.
There it is, dude.
Oh,
And he
fuck.
can't get in the door now.
Ah, I'm in.
He's gonna make it. Oh, yeah.
So, you're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Yep.
Well, last time, our hero fought bravely to overcome harsh perils and tough
Yeah.
times, completing Black Fathom Deeps in Ashenvale and flying off into the distance.
Beautiful.
So how did I end up storming Scarlet Monastery, a dungeon way above my pay grade, wielding an extremely powerful weapon, with a group
Oh,
of
wow.
gnomes, one of which I hold a lifelong grudge towards, who through a series of events I'll explain later, ended up unequipping all his armor to sit down and enjoy a regular day in World of Warcraft. And then, the Fire Nation attacked.
Okay. Okay, dude. Okay, dude.
I'll have you know I've gone through much peril to bring you this video. The Death Mode
I'm
saga
sure.
has finally come to a close as they've yet again declared my apartment legally fit for human life. I'll admit it was my fault. I should have refrained from chopping that milk in half with an axe years ago. But there's no use
Wait,
in
why would
crying
you do
over
that?
spilled milk. What's important is focus.
What the
who,
fuck?
what, when, and the where. I traveled from
Who
Ashenvale
the
to
fuck
Duskwood,
does that?
exploring a new land in search of quests. You see, I had to
Oh
get to
my
level
God.
30 to execute Order 66, or as it's
Okay.
referred to by the WoW community, absolutely ruining our game. But I
Oh, yeah.
digress. In
There's
my
that too.
time there, I killed foul
Makes
ghouls
sense.
and scary skeletons. I met a man who through a very advanced form of schizophrenia was actually 5 people, 4 of which were
Okay.
buffing his conscious self. I got enriched by the local culture and killed a mage in his own bed. Completely honorless, but also something he'd never expect. Found a mob spawned inside of a wall. Fucking unplayable
What the
15-year-old
fuck?
trash game. Became acquainted
Damn.
with what the locals refer to as the situation. And I made an enemy who I harbor great negative
Okay, dude.
emotions towards. I saw a
Okay,
bunch
dude.
of people posting in the chat about this one rogue who was just terrorizing
that
this
rogue?
relatively low leveling area. When he finally got to
He's
me,
scum.
I couldn't believe it.
He's level
It was Sinbad,
35.
bastard. The same fucking
Like, how low is your self-esteem that you have to go and gank people at level 35? I mean, that's so, like, honestly, like, you know what it is? The dude can never find an SM group. He can't quest for shit. So he just decides, you know what, man? This is my life now. I'm never going to hit 60 anyway. I'm just going to go out there and gank people. That's what happens. Typical Horde player. Yeah. Can't find an SM group. That's what's going to happen instead.
Guy from way back then. Getting ganked by a rogue in WoW is truly falling victim to one of the classic blunders. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and I'll advertise the creation of a mob to hunt you down. All Horde players are just people that had awful parenting, and it was time to cleanse Darkwood of this evil. We used a formation that's in American football referred to as the Dirty Gremlin. We split up in three directions from where the rogue was last seen, and all act as bait. When the child in need of a proper father figure can't retain his misplaced emotions any longer, he strikes just as I expected. I rejoiced and truly tasted
he got his ass
sweet
beat,
victory.
man.
Sindolf should have known never to start a land war in the Eastern Kingdoms, but only slightly
losing
less
the
known
Grey
is this.
Level Alliance.
Never going against the Night Elf when death is on the line. He killed me and logged off. And then I did something despicable. After reaching level 30 through various means which I'm not legally obliged to disclose, I went scouting for a guild, not because I lacked companionship, but rather because I was gonna take them for all they had. You see, at level 30 you get access to your warrior quests, which if completed give you access to Berserker Stance and the Whirlwind Axe respectively. Now through traditional means one couldn't possibly begin to take on these tasks at level 30.
Big old boy.
That is where the guild comes into play. You see, warriors suck so fucking much at leveling that they almost sort of default into being the best scaling class in the game. It's quite unimpressive when you think about it. Here's my math. Due to the lackluster experience, warriors are in high demand, and guilds are oftentimes very invested in helping their warriors progress to a point where they can raid. Here's where the aforementioned ruse comes into play. I joined a guild and convinced this poor soul to help me through the entirety of my warrior quest chain, which requires a couple steps. First, we have a stern talking with our warrior class trainer, who tells us we need to travel to a faraway island. With haste, I return to Duskwood and enter possibly the biggest world PvP clusterfuck in the game, which both thematically and geographically is almost entirely like Vietnam. One of the actual inspirations behind this rumble in the jungle. Our goal is to make it to Booty Bay at the southern tip, where we'll not just pick up a flight path, but also take a boat to Merchant's Coast in the Barrens. I was terrified of all the Horde players, and I focused so much on avoiding them that I died to the mobs. With a few minor incidents along the way, I managed to claw my way through the jungle and get to Booty Bay.
Probably took
that actually
an hour.
rhymes. That's actually bars. With the few minor incidents along the way, I managed to claw my way through the jungle and get to Booty Bay foot. On the real though, compared to how much my friends and everybody in this game was hyping this area up to just be a death zone, the Horde players were actually surprisingly nice, just letting a low-level player pass through.
They don't give a fuck.
I'll be sure to remember
they don't care.
And I'll be kind to these Horde players once I reach level 60 and return to this jungle with 100 men armed to the teeth. But I digress.
I can relate.
Now, if I had jumped off the boat well ahead of time, I would have been right next to the island. Instead, I went mountain climbing for 15 minutes before realizing I went the wrong way. To then find out that there's a fatigue system in the game. You can absolutely exert all your energy and drown. In World of Warcraft, you learn something new every day. I finally make it to the island and speak to Clannoch Magleod, a reference to the musician, who wants me to kill Big Will, who's actually also a reference to the musician Big Will. After doing this man's dirty work, we learn Berserker Stance and begin the hard part of the quest. We journey all the way to Hillsbrad Foothills, die to Helcular, up through the Alterac Mountains, and speak to Bathra the Windwatcher, who gives us the WoW class quest equivalent to 40 shots of tequila. At once. We gotta bring him 8 life root, 30 blood scalp tusks, and an essence of the exile. The life root is pretty cheap, but we'll be bankrupting our economy for the essence. You see, to make it you need 8 cresting, burning, and thundering charms. Something I could spend a week grinding or just buy on the auction house.
Yep.
After getting scammed by various Chinese auction house bots, I headed to Stranglethorn Vale to meet up with the man who was spending hours of his life helping out a new guild member.
For
Now,
no
getting
reason.
these Bloodscalp tusks
I never knew
is
Greek was such a
incredibly
nice guy.
rewarding.
This is
And
crazy.
by that, I mean agonizingly slow.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Unreasonably inconsistent, and altogether an irreconcilable experience void of any gratification.
Yep.
We have to kill trolls until I have 30 tusks. It's not unusual
And
to
each
kill
troll
10
doesn't
without
drop
getting
a
a
tusk.
single drop. There is one area where a lot of trolls spawn, but we got killed there
And it's
5 times
contested.
in a row and decided it wasn't fucking meant to be. Which left us with the option of farming this much shittier part. It felt like the good area, but sugar-free. Like the discount experience for the losers who couldn't hack it.
Great
this was
value
diet
trolls.
tusk farming, and I wasn't having fun.
Yep.
In the jungle, there's no mercy. You kill people to steal their mob. You kill people to layer them.
Yep.
In fact, you kill people just because you fucking can. It's not like you got anything better to do whilst waiting several minutes for a troll to spawn. I started farming these tusks at 1:30 a.m. and it took a solid 2 hours before I had 30. By this point, my man had actively been assisting me for nearly 4 hours.
Oh my fucking
We then journeyed back to the
dude.
Alterac Mountains to complete the final part of the quest.
Holy
After
shit.
Bothrog cooks up a potent concoction, we perform the summoning
Concoction.
ritual. After which, Cyclonian kills us immediately. It wasn't even close. We definitely needed assistance.
I was about to say.
I looked through my friends list and the only person online was Larry6.
Oh,
the
great.
infamous gnome of
He can
doom.
use his weapon.
I swallowed my pride and asked for his help. He obliged, and with the help of a couple people from my guild, we finally managed to take down Cyclonian.
Feels like an
turned in the
MMO.
quest and was finally the proud owner of the Whirlwind Axe, a weapon so goddamn
Whirlwind.
good for my level that it should
Whirlwind
be illegal to wear at level 30. After receiving the
It's
axe,
a good
I
one.
told my guild it's been a pleasure doing business with them, and immediately left the guild.
Hold on. Darkness just texted
God
me.
damn, dude. We're still
Larry and I agreed to meet up some other time to settle
Thug
our
life.
differences. And it was at this very moment that I started rising to glory. You see, I checked my mailbox. Abortion sent us a letter titled, Got Milk, containing 235 glasses of milk. He also included a second package with 5 pounds of flesh, troll sweat, mystery meat, and vision dust.
Absolutely
you know
incredible.
what to do with these.
Sounds like my viewers.
Send us 69 silver to compensate for what he did in Dead Mines. This letter was titled Mental Disability. Here's 2 gold for the trouble, you poor rascal. Huckster says use these to beat mages and sends me 2 free action potions and 2 swiftness potions.
Damn.
These will come in very handy.
I bet they will.
Diarrhea says, wear a shirt, you filth. I humbly accepted my new garments. Mind if I put my sweet nectar in your moist cornbread? Please don't message me again. And Rurik makes a generous contribution to the crusade.
gold!
These 10 gold will be spent very
10
well. I'm
gold,
gonna invest them in
dude!
goblin rocket boots.
What
that
a
might
nice
blow up
guy.
and getting e-drunk with presumably
This is a
women.
great guy.
Speaking of presumably women, I got a promiscuous letter from Big Titty GF, who sent me some of her homemade cheese. I told her it was disgusting and sent it back.
Yeah,
and
it's
now
nasty.
it was time for a dungeon. Not the one from the intro, we'll get to that, but
about
rather
to
it
say.
was time to bludgeon our new axe on Gnome Ragan. The only dungeon in the game where almost every single enemy is a gnome, a dungeon I chose for no particular reason. Starting time 1 a.m. Catchphrase, here we go again. If God is real, amen.
Wow.
Just kidding. This run was a disservice to human intelligence.
I thought that was a
and
quick
probably
20
the
minutes for a
biggest
second.
fiasco I've
Okay.
encountered during
All
my
right.
100+ hours
That's
in
good.
Azeroth. It's honestly impressive that this many things could go wrong at the same time. Check it out, right? I couldn't get the first key
You're
card
only
to drop,
starting.
probably because of a bug, but possibly due to unfathomable bad luck. So no quest XP for me. Later we survive an ambush, after which Blastmaster Short Fuse sets off an explosion and closes the entrance to the tunnel. Somehow, I managed to walk through the rubble just at the moment before the invisible wall gets put into place. And there I stood, completely soft-locked.
Wow.
I couldn't Hearthstone out or
Fucking
get my health
wow.
to 0. Had it not been for the Warlock summoning portal,
Wow.
I would have had to start a new life as a cave dweller. Our whole group then goes on to miss the second punch card, and
That's
a
great.
warrior needs for a ring with spirit and stamina.
Oh, yeah,
this
it's great.
caused Tractor, our mage, to have a mental breakdown.
Fucking
As I'm
retail
focused on the
kid.
chat, I managed to aggro a group of mobs.
Classic
My
WoW
comrades
community.
stand still and watch me die. I call Tractor a Redditor. He leaves the party, and I managed
That's
to get
not good.
exactly 11
Not
out of
good
12
at all.
essential artifacts before having to
Imagine
give up.
being a
Considering
Redditor.
literally everything went wrong, I thought it couldn't possibly get any worse. So I find a new group and start all over.
That's good.
That jump was perfect, by
Smart.
the way, and on purpose. Gnomeragon, or Gnomeragon,
Gnomeragon.
Gnomeragon, whatever.
No, Reagan.
Is a stale experience with a bit of charm to it. It's not utterly poorly designed like Stockades, but there's nothing extraordinary either. So let's
There is, but it's too complicated to figure out. Like, Gnomeragon's a great dungeon, but you have to have a PhD to understand it. Like, you have to have not just a PhD, but a PhD in Gnomeragon. Like, if you don't have at least a master's degree in physics, don't even bother going into this instance. It's a waste of your time.
skip past all the boring shit. 5 a.m. we wiped to these arcane nullifiers
Oh,
and
yeah.
got to re-experience
We did the same thing.
Blizzard's patented, gruesome, walk to your corpse gameplay. We make a calculated jump
High
that
quality
brings us
gameplay.
within an inch of losing our lives. I get disconnected. After
That's
reconnecting to the Blizzard multiplayer experience, I use
Oh,
the
that must be
auto blow
Kel'Thuzad.
too, because might as well while I have the chance. It's not like
And
I'll ever
Farlina.
do this godforsaken fucking dungeon again. Then, after a long night of harsh grief and misfortune, it was time for the boss.
That's good.
You already know what I did. If you've seen the first 3 videos, you know the pattern, you know what's coming, you've seen this before. Going utterly
Yeah.
against the suggestions
what's he
of my
doing?
comrades, I
What's he
charge
doing?
in whilst our healer has 0
What?
mana, proceed to die without popping my health potion, and somehow I still have the,
The fuck
fucking
is wrong
nerve
with
to
you?
ask for a goddamn revive whilst my whole group
His
gets
res off.
slaughtered. After we all wipe, I had to undergo the walk of shame. After
Oh,
spending
no.
an amount of time to get back to the boss room,
This is
I
really
finally
funny
managed to
whenever
beat
I'm not in the
Navargan.
group.
It's at this point that I'm supposed to feel satisfaction.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, no matter how
Need
many
on-
completed
oh,
quests I have
need.
in my log, no matter how close I am to hitting level 32,
Need on
there's
that.
absolutely no happy juices left in the brain when you're at the tail end of an infamous WoW session till the
8:48
sun
in the
rises.
morning.
Having had my fill of dungeon grinding, I decided to go on an adventure,
purpose or
seeing as I'm the
stupidity?
type of
Both,
person
probably.
who would rather spend 3 hours of my life than Google the next appropriate zone for my character. I started at Hillsbrad Foothills, went through Silverpine Forest, and
that
found a
RuneScape?
giant purple ball in Dalaran. I met this undead priest who
Okay.
danced with me and licked me, after which I'd earned his trust.
good.
I led him into a faraway cave
good.
and fucking killed him. I swam across Lordamere
Fuck
Lake
'em,
and
dude.
met this old couple living in a house. I found out the hard way that they don't take kindly to strangers.
No, they
when I
don't.
finally got away from them, an assassin unstealthed and killed me in cold blood. And then I did all that again, in wisp form, after
That's
which
great.
I entered Horde territory.
What
and
could
since
go wrong?
Tirisfal Glades apparently
What could
wasn't
go
scary
wrong?
enough,
Hey.
I decided to venture into Undercity.
Yeah, what's
I
in here?
quickly changed my mind. Now here is where my
Yeah, I'll bet.
exploration took an unexpected turn. I saw a Zeppelin for the first time,
Oh.
seeing as it was garrisoned by death guards, packed to the brim with Horde players,
Yeah.
and headed to an unknown destination. I immediately knew I had to board it. Using corpse walking, I res inside the
Oh.
airship and fly off into the distance, eagerly awaiting unknown lands. Now the very unfortunate thing was that an orc found me.
Oh, shit.
Considering I revealed myself, that really shouldn't have come as a surprise. As
Yeah.
he enforced natural selection at its finest, I managed to hold on to
Oh.
dear life just a tad longer by doing my sexy dance. When he started skanking, I actually thought I was safe.
Wait.
But lo and behold, he was still gonna end me. And just as I'm about to die, we entered the loading
Okay.
zone to Kalimdor. Having mildly better internet
Oh,
than my
great, now we
oppressor,
can go over to
I seize the
Orgrimmar.
moment and
It's
jump
even
out
better.
of the blimp. I land safely in the water and swim to the shore. However, it didn't take long
Yep.
for me to realize that this was no place for a night elf. With a great
No.
sense of urgency, I decided
No,
to
it's
take the
not.
airship back. In Duratar, you can expect to run into just a couple Horde players
Yeah.
taking advantage of the free public transit. I zoom past them and
I
hide
guess so.
in the cargo hold. Everything was going smoothly until I was yet again discovered by an orc. I tried to
he'll be nice.
negotiate
This guy
with
will be
him, but
nice.
I
He won't
quickly
attack him.
discovered that he had all the leverage.
very polite.
When he inevitably
Very nice.
tries to stab me, I jump out of the Zeppelin. I survive the fall just to be met by a small army of Horde players that can all see the big red arrow above my head. I suppose what happened next was to be expected.
Yeah.
I'd had enough of this shit and took
Yeah.
the Hearthstone home, flew
Yep.
to Theramore Isle, and ran through Dust Swallow Marsh. With only a handful of deaths, I trek my way through the Barrens and make it to Thousand Needles. So my gnome friend here is one hit away from dying. Naturally, I do everything in my power to save him from this gruesome sheep, who much to my surprise turned out to be an orc under a spell. Man, look at that. That's just goddamn beautiful. Took me 3 hours. Now in WoW, you can't actually communicate with the Horde. Whatever they write gets distorted into Orcish, but people have figured out how to type shit in Orcish. And when I tried questing, only to be slain time and time again by this bastard who kept telling me to go back to retail, I'd had enough of this terrible place. In a last-ditch effort, I went to Gadgetzan to pick up a flight path so this entire journey hadn't been for nothing. And that was the very moment that I received a message from the gnome, asking if I wanted to join in on farming Scarlet Monastery, on the condition that I stopped picking on gnomes. Even knowing my track record with dungeons in WoW, I convinced myself that this was the move. Seeing as the boss could yield an X I wanted more than anything else in this game. Therefore, I went all the way back to Hillsbrad Foothills and met up with Larry.
Big boy.
And this is actually the funny part. Remember that entire journey I just described to you?
Yeah.
Now I had to do half of it again. And together with an individual who simply couldn't stop talking about how I should stop being mean to gnomes.
So you like to pick on little guys, eh?
With 10% luck, 20% skill,
Gnomes,
and
dude.
15% concentrated
It's a lifestyle
power
for
of
them.
will, we actually make it to our destination in one piece. Now, if almost every dungeon leading up to this was a full-blown clusterfuck, this was a well-oiled machine. A symbiotic magnum opus, showcasing teamwork and synergy I never thought
the
possible.
true classic
Having
experience.
several mages busting through armory is a fucking beautiful sight to behold.
It is.
Prior to this, if I aggroed a few mobs, I was the bastard who fucked up. Now, anything less than 10 mobs was considered wasting time.
It is.
I had to throw in the towel and admit, alright, I'm having a good time here, this is fucking gameplay. Larry even drank the Noggin Fogger elixir, which made him even smaller. And honestly, I respect a man of that size. These gnomes were clearly
the
giving
size
me
of
the
their
absolute
shoes.
hookup, and I could do nothing but reciprocate. Leading us to the part in the intro which I so shamelessly clickbaited you with. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to inform you that nothing extraordinary happened beyond that point. We ran the dungeon a couple times. I got Herod's helmet and shoulders, yet no X.
Where's Ravager?
The day after, I decided to try again with a new
What
group,
the
but
hell is
without
this
the
guy
main hookup,
doing? Oh,
it
there
was
you go.
painfully slow. We ran the dungeon for 4 hours before the Ravager finally dropped, at which point, Svanpult, the man who'd previously informed me that the X was of no use to him, needs on it and I lose the 50-50 roll. Dungeons in World of Warcraft, man. I'm starting to see a pattern here.
What a dog shit game. What a dog shit
As a silver
game.
lining to end the video on a high note, I rekindled with my bangin' WoW GF Elizabeth.
Wow.
She'd been grinding the real world, resulting in a solid
What
level
a
deficit,
loser.
landing me the power position in the relationship.
That's right.
Financially, I was a powerhouse. DPS-wise, I was a primal fucking animal. And that's why they always come crawling back, especially if you don't tell them about the letter from Big Titty GF. Anyways, that's the end of our journey for now. Getting E-smashed with presumably women. Would our hero ever get the Ravager axe? Would Swak Wictus rise to the occasion? And what gruesome adventures awaits our hero? I suppose you'll find out if I don't quit playing this game. Which I might.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. I think the best part about this is, like, as a good player, or not a good player, but like an experienced player, right? You, like, see him sitting there with, like, a heroic strike queued up, and it's like, bro, just hit the fucking... Just go, and you hit execute, and he doesn't hit execute, he's just fucking around. Now, we are going to watch the next one, but we're not going to watch it right now. Because right now, there's something else you guys are going to have to watch, and that is me hitting 60. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Is that we're gonna do it now? You guys want to see it now? Like, let's see. How long is the last one? Let me just take a look. 16 minutes. What do you guys think? Now or later? Now or later? What do you guys think? I'm close to 60. Yeah, everybody wants it now. Okay, you know what? We've watched the other ones. We will keep up. And we will watch the last one real quick. You know what, guys? We will do it. I don't like giving the chat what they want, but just this one time, we will do it, okay? And, yeah, that's fine. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. Watched the prior video about Chronicle yet? No, I haven't. All right, here we go. Really? My reaction video already has 90,000 views? Holy shit. 90,000 views in one day. Oh my god. What the fuck, man? 90,000 views. And like, it's not even a full 24 hours. Monetize them? No, I mean, like, I'm probably going to, if I did monetize my videos, as I said, I'm probably losing out on about like $30,000 a month by like not monetizing the videos. Something like that. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to watch this video. Last one. Hopefully, is he continuing this series? I hope he is. Yes? Okay, good.
Last time, our hero attained the Whirlwind X, traveled to unknown lands, fruitlessly farmed Scarlet Monastery, and rekindled with our bangin' WoW GF. Continuing the adventure, I bricked my computer trying to install an SSD.
Yeah. Hey.
And decided that in the spirit of
relate.
fiddling with mechanical contraptions much too complex for my feeble human mind, I wanted to be an engineer. You see, I wasn't having fun with mining and blacksmithing, so I picked two of the most financially viable professions in the game in exchange for the least profitable job in Azeroth.
Yep.
A stark contrast to being an engineer in real life. Ignoring the impending need for money to buy a mount at 40, I viscerally followed an engineering leveling guide, knowing full well that my viewers would send me money to give me the authentic Asmongold experience. I spent a good 15 minutes making this jump, so please appreciate my position of tinkering.
Okay.
No one in this game seemed to acknowledge my masterful movement. Anyways, I decided that the steep price for core stone on the auction house was a bit of a ripoff, and decided to go all the way to Darkshore to get them myself. After a few hours, 30 minutes of honest work, I returned to Ironforge. Before I started this gruesome endeavor, I wish someone had told me that the level cap for my professions scaled with my actual level. I had basically just wasted a bunch of time and gold to familiarize myself with the steep learning curve of this bastard 15-year-old game.
Yeah. I still keep thinking it's Swole Dickus.
I disconnected, and a bug spawned me into guaranteed death by drowning in a location where I couldn't possibly recover my corpse.
Oh, you can go get the title
Blizzard,
charm
though. I got to my destination
faster. 5 subs.
Together with my companions, I went back to Scarlet Monastery, where we got ambushed by angsty teenagers. Unlike my friends who fought bravely, I pathetically begged for my life, and bought myself some spare time by performing a sacred mating ritual. Lil Sundo the Lich graciously spared my life. When entering the dungeon, I experienced the usual fuckery that I've grown all too accustomed to at this point. Our healer dies and asks me to actually taunt the mobs. I inform our healer that I don't use defensive stance because I have too much testosterone. Our DPS claims he's doing everything and that I'm not capable of DPSing.
I'm sure they'll like that.
So
why are you playing a tank?
Yet I let the numbers speak for themselves.
Oh, winking damage meters.
Dies in the extremely
he's learning the game
spin
now.
Move. After which she tells me that I should have held aggro. Our quote-unquote DPS then cowers in fear instead of attacking the boss.
Wait, that's a DPS?
We wipe and start all over.
Backpedaling away without auto attack?
Once we finally manage to take down the boss, he drops these 6 set pants. I roll a 22, and a single tear falls down my face. We try to run the dungeon one more time, and with our inoptimal setup, we painstakingly skank our way through the whole thing.
That's impressive.
Excited, I type. Now the axe drops, and I roll a 99. However, the boss was nowhere to be found, because I'm apparently incapable of properly resetting a dungeon. Apparently, leaving and re-entering isn't enough. You also had to click a button. Since I'm goddamn tired of showing you me farming armory over and over again, here's my 37th run where I finally acquired
47.
the Ravager. Woo! Yeah!
There it is, dude.
This is the single biggest upgrade to the stand and hit gameplay.
Man.
Now this game is fucking easy. Look, I don't even gotta do anything. Although, for fear of copyright infringement, I recreated this music piece myself with a royalty-free beat. You spin me right round, baby, right round, when we go down, down.
I hear that. Yeah, all right.
I couldn't really find a matching beat, but you know,
that's really good.
Times are tough. Then I checked my mail to find the most
Take my
generous
cock
donations
cleaver?
to a crusade thus far. Daddy Chill graciously offers
Wait,
up
is that the burning
war axe, or as he calls it, his kook cleaver. My first purple piece of gear.
God.
Excited to test it out, I go to Stranglethorn
Wow.
Bay, the North Korean border of Azeroth.
Wow.
Home to the Gurubashi Arena, a coliseum of free-for-all PvP, where once every 3 hours the arena chest spawns. It was 6 a.m. and I decided to try my luck. At this ungodly hour, the arena wasn't filled with dozens of people, but rather just 2 individuals.
Just 2 dipshits.
Survivor was a level 44 warrior, and
Kill
since
him,
I
dude.
could tell he was enjoying World of Warcraft,
Kill him.
I decided to
Kill his
extend
ass,
the
dude.
game's lifespan for him by a
Kill
couple
his ass,
minutes,
dude.
landing me the arena chest on my first
Wait,
try.
what?
I'll have you know that in over 100 hours of game time,
Oh,
looting
it's
this
so
chest
toxic,
with PTSD
dude.
from all the rogues that have previously unstealthed behind me, with the most nerve-wracking 5 seconds yet, perhaps on par with Hrothgar's final moment.
No execute? Yeah, why have an execute?
Damn you, turtle. I later tried again at 9 and 12 a.m., and it turns out I just got extremely lucky.
Yes.
It's nearly impossible to get this damn chest.
Yes.
Satisfied with the spoils of battle, I went to Booty Bay, where I found an AFK player. Going against my better judgment, I decided to ruin his day. I should have looked twice though, because this was no player. It was the Horde Griffin Master, who ended my measly existence in seconds. I said, fuck this, it's time to go on an adventure. I managed to get on the mountains between Stranglethorn and Darkwood by glitching up a wall. I looked into the horizon and immediately knew I had to go where no night elf had dared venture. When I saw the hard, clear-cut line in the textures, I knew that Blizzard didn't intend for us to access this area. It looks fucking cool though. Exploration is definitely one of my favorite parts of MMOs.
We do this all the time.
Since this is a long journey, I'll tell you a story along the way. So you know how I've consistently been getting disconnected from WoW? What if I told you that the problem wasn't the Blizzard servers, but in fact my own computer?
I wouldn't believe
This is fucking nuts, right? But in my motherboard, there's this thing called a CMOS battery. And apparently, Windows relies heavily on this battery to tell the time. After 6 years, my CMOS battery had ran out of power, which caused my BIOS to not be able to store the time. 5 to 10 times a day, it would set my Windows time to 11:30 p.m. What's funny is that my router relies on the time, so it would pop me off my internet every time that happened. I'd like to say that's why I haven't streamed in months, but truth be told, it's because I fucking hate streaming. Anyways, I ordered a new CMOS battery online, but because I'm stupid, possibly because my parents dropped me on my head as a kid, but likely just due to my lack of education, I bought the wrong one. And this next part is kinda unbelievable, but genuinely true. I happened to find the correct battery lying on the ground outside of where I do physiotherapy for my scoliosis. Together with a friend, I busted open my computer only to find myself in a troubling predicament. My motherboard, the Asus Maximus Formula 6, has all this armor on it, and along with it, a massive design flaw. To get to the CMOS, I would have to literally take my entire PC apart to then unscrew the armor from the back of the motherboard, then install the new CMOS, put everything back together, and possibly twice in case the battery I found on the ground was used. Considering that it's 6 years since I built this PC and I almost bricked it trying to install an SSD, it's safe to assume that this process would completely break my computer.
Yes, there's no way you're getting through that.
I decided to use knives, scissors, and pliers to directly cut into my motherboard. Oops. Eventually building my frustration to the point where I brutally ripped off the armor with my bare hands.
God damn!
I put in the mysterious battery that I fucking found on the concrete outside, plugged my computer back in, and it literally fixed the entire problem with no repercussions. Moral of the story? Use power tools on your motherboards, kids.
Keep track of your time.
I really needed some filler for the middle of this video. I don't know if you can tell. Anyways, this is where I ended up. I'd gone all the way past Darkwood, Deadwind Pass, and the corner of the Blasted Lands, behind Zul'Gurub, to finally end up at the back end of the Tainted Scar, from where I only had one path available to me. I engaged in a kerfuffle with gravity and stress-tested my bones. I was then forced into a 10-minute resurrection sickness and a 25% durability penalty on all my equipment.
Oh, that's
Mind
great.
you, in an endgame zone with one singular
this is
who enforced his own all-encompassing no Hearthstone
Yeah, he's a little bit low level for this,
After a fun reminder of what World of Warcraft is actually like, I returned to the intended gameplay experience. I made a dreadful choice when I decided to go questing in Arathi Highlands.
That's a mistake.
Kill these elite mobs. Unbeknownst to my party, I'd already attempted this yesterday with different people and I had Otto's head. There's 2 bosses, the other being Falcon Crest. You know the drill. We corpse walk into the castle. I don't have any healing potions, and I refuse to use shields.
Of course,
never use a shield. Miserably. But you gotta understand, we're veterans of this shit. At level 36, we're dungeon-hardened fucking animals.
That's right.
All of us have been through this countless times. It's a goddamn well-oiled machine. Our mages polymorph Otto and the regular elite mob, a spell that would keep them as helpless sheep for 45 seconds, if not for the fact that we immediately damage them breaking the spell. With our primal instincts, we execute extremely basic game mechanics and exude the very simple coordination required to beat this. That is right until a party of Horde players waddled in and clearly demonstrated that they didn't intend to wait 10 minutes for these dudes to respawn. And begrudgingly return to the castle, then wait patiently. That is until 7 minutes later, when I realized that Falcon Crest's loot belonged to us, as one of our party members had been alive when our assailant killed him, leaving not just all 5 Horde players unable to complete the quest, but also my 4 comrades who'd be able to rectify the situation in 3 measly minutes. It was at this point I said, "It's been a pleasure doing business with you," and continued my crusade to ruin the authentic classic experience. I decided I'd had my fill of the patented kill an orc in a castle gameplay and began the quest chain for all of Scarlet Monastery. Seeing as I'd farmed one wing 37 times, I might as well do it experience the whole dungeon. After undergoing a multitude of repetitive tasks, I headed to Desolace. Now you might recall me having a tough time in Stone Talon Peak, which is on the way to where I'm going.
He dances
I made sure
with
to
me.
rectify the situation at hand. It's always exciting discovering
Killing
a new
gray
place
levels.
you've never been to. You never know what's going to happen. You could see a reskin of a mob you've already killed hundreds of times. Slightly different looking NPCs with one of the dozen voices you've heard countless times.
Incredible.
Or maybe you'll even see purple water.
Brings you
if
here?
you're really lucky, you'll get the pleasure of doing an escort mission. God, I love this 15-year-old game. It's so bad, but so good. Questing in Desolace did have its moments. After getting ganked, I got revived by a holy saint who complimented the videos. Little did he know that he was about to receive a multitude of letters containing copy-pasted homoerotic poetry. Make it happen. That's your boy taking on 6 mobs at once, by the way. Twice an hour, I get to speed up the gameplay. This is sick. I also met Chargy, who stopped me from killing Horde players under the guise that we're not like them. We have honor. The stance he would uphold right until we ran into a Horde player nearly having soloed an elite boss that he needed to kill. At which point, Chargy threw his morals out the window and did what had to be done. After killing a bunch of skeletal warriors, we each went our own way. He then got his corpse camped by that Horde player until he had to log off. But honestly, that didn't seem like a me problem. You see, I was focused on the task at hand, putting the Ravager to good use on a part of the game everyone else seems to be ecstatic about. A part of the game that I personally despise. Scarlet Monastery. Isn't it exciting how a dungeon spanning 4 instances can have the same 3 models for all the enemies? The most thrilling part is that one boss spins. I stand by my original statement. This game is Cookie Clicker, but with more world building. I'll spare you the boring details.
It does kind of suck.
I lost every roll on every item, with the exception of this useless dog whistle that summons a hound with a minuscule amount of health. As per usual, I got us all killed by pulling too many mobs in the wrong way.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Twice. We eventually beat the dungeon, and I'm sure lots of stuff happened, but let's be honest. Lord knows I'm not going fishing in these 7 hours of WoW recordings that aren't even in chronological order due to the CMOS
Holy
incident resulting
shit.
in random timestamps. Instead, I'll cut to me and Michael
using
Scott
Sony
dancing
Vegas.
on
I
an
use that
orc
to
who
cut
was
my videos too.
involuntarily sleeping on the ground. Speaking of not in chronological order, this happened before I fixed my computer. What happened after I fixed it? I started maniacally selling all my silk cloth on the auction house after finding out I'd need 90 gold to buy a mount at level 40,
Just
which
ask
was
viewers.
soon. I then went
Just
and
ask the
completed
viewers,
various
man.
quests in Stranglethorn Vale. True to the authentic classic experience, they were all very rewarding. Sorry, I pronounced that incorrectly. I meant monotonous. Even though it's something I spent 12 hours of my life on, I can't for the life of me think of a single interesting thing that happened. I could extensively reiterate how we killed some pirates, a sea giant, and hundreds of various exotic
It's a little
animals.
bit low level,
but
don't you
truth be
think?
told, I just get goosebumps and flashbacks from all the horde encounters. Look at this shit. They turned me into a sheep. Wait
And you
for the
just
spell
knows
to
it's
run
gonna
out,
happen.
and then
You just
kill me.
know it's
I
gonna-
felt scummed out at this very moment. So before leaving Stranglethorn Vale, I decided to do something I'd been putting off for a long time: killing an AFK player.
Oh,
I
how's
was
that gonna go?
entirely unaware that that's what the Booty Bay Bruisers do. Whoa. But you live, you learn. Eventually,
Yep.
I would go on to kill this spider, turn off the recording software, and then reach level 40.
Wow.
If you called me a sleep-deprived moron, your argument would have fair grounds to stand on.
Okay.
All of my hard work has led me to this point. Every drop of sweat, blood, and tears, and I've saved up 60 gold. It's actually now that it dawns on me I need 30 more. So when I came to find that Steck had sent me a mail telling me to put these up my behind, containing 25 gold and 60 tin bars, along with 7 grime-encrusted objects, and 10
Wow.
unidentifiable clumps of organic
Authentic,
matter, I was
classic
pleasantly
experience.
surprised, to say the least. And whilst
How
on the
about that?
subject of mail, if you guys don't stop asking me for I'm just not gonna
Fuck
show your
yeah.
mail. I'm trying to be monetized here, alright?
Yeah.
Anyways, with my newfound riches, I traveled back to where it all began, Darnassus, where I graciously learned to ride a tiger. I then legally purchased a tiger. And let's be honest,
Wow.
I'm pretty damn majestic right now.
Absolutely beautiful.
However, considering that my
Incredible.
viewers paid for half of it, it ain't really all that impressive or fulfilling. So for the
Gives a
ending,
fuck.
here's what we'll do instead. Somewhere in this video, there's an Easter egg which will lead you on a scavenger hunt. If you actually manage to make it to the end, you'll be rewarded with my secret ice cream recipe. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
So that means I just read the comments and they tell me where to go, right? Like that's, you know, that's the secret. Trust me, I've been through this before. I know how this works. Yeah, I get it, man. It's a QR code. Listen, I don't do QR codes. I can't subscribe to anybody because for whatever reason, whenever I click sign in on YouTube, it gives me an error. And I have to delete my cookies, but I was like, man, I want cookies, and so I didn't want to delete them yet. So I'm just stuck here, and I can't subscribe to anybody or anything like that. I don't do QR codes. No, I don't know how to do a QR code. I've never used a QR code before. I don't know what they are, really. Like, my understanding of what a QR code is one thing, and then, you know, there are stuff. Barney video on the side? Well, I think that we watched those, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, let me see here. Did we watch
What
the
you are
Barney video?
witnessing-
Pause this here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we watched all of these.
What you are witnessing here.
Let me see here. Yeah, we watched all of these videos. These were really good. Again, yo, relax. I think it's time, boys. I think that it's time to hit level 60. I've waited for a while for this. I spent a lot of time farming and sitting AFK while people level my character up. And it's time. Wanted me to watch that, and I watch it every single time that it happens. It should be coming out in 2.5 hours. So it's a wand, not an offhand. Yeah, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Hit level 60, discovering Orgrimmar. I don't know about that. It's a little bit too much, man. I would say. Like, whenever I actually go in to try to do damage, here's what's crazy to me. Is whenever I go in to do damage, and I want to do damage, I top meters. And the scary thing about that is the fact that I'm not even level 60. Like, the moment that I hit level 60 is the moment that nobody else is even able to do damage anymore. Like, I'm doing so much damage that I can. It's gonna be ridiculous. Like, I'm so fucking excited, man. Alright, here we go. Okay. Now, guys, here's what's gonna happen. The crystals have been destroyed. We're gonna go in here. I got my clutch of foresight. You guys shouldn't need it on that, man. Like, that thing's really, really fucking good. I expected people to need it on it. It's my bad. Use that on advertise? Maybe I will. What's your talent choice for best damage? I'll show you. I was promised an announcement. The announcement is this. I will be continuing Dark Souls on the anniversary of me starting Dark Souls 1. And I will play Dark Souls 2. I will do a playthrough of the game. Now, I don't want to ever guarantee that I'm going to finish the game. I don't know if I want to guarantee that I will finish. It seems like a little bit much for me to do, but I am considering it. So if I do guarantee it, I will. But you know, I'm still like a little bit skeptical about that. It's quite long if you count all the DLC. Yeah, I don't know, man. I originally said that if I did another variety game and I didn't complete it, I'd delete my channel. I don't know if I really still want to do that. It seems like a little bit much personally, but I am still kind of considering, you know, taking it a little bit more seriously and trying to complete the whole game. But the way I look at it is like it depends on what else is happening at the time, and you know, I'll go from there. So we'll just see what happens. That's probably the best way I'll handle it. Okay. Please make a Diablo 4 list of things that you want to see. We need your feedback. I mean, here's the thing: is like I'm not really. There's a lot of MMO features that I want in Diablo 4 that a lot of Diablo players probably don't want. So I think that I'm kind of different in that way because I want something that like a lot of the other Diablo players don't really want at the same time. So that does make things slightly different, you know what I mean? And yeah, you're going to do a blindfold run? Well, I'm going to do a blind run, yeah. I mean, I'm not really planning on, I haven't looked anything up, etc., right? I don't want people to get like too wrapped up in the idea of like, oh, it's a blind run or whatever. Like, if somebody tells me something or I read something in chat, like, I don't really give a fuck, you know what I mean? But, like, I'm not going to go into it, like, thinking that I know, like, all of the best builds and looking up how to play the game efficiently. I'm just going to play it and, like, you know, I'm going to play it like a new player would. Basically, that's my plan, right? Has Izzy moved in yet? How's everything gone? Well, basically, how's everything gone? That's a great question. So, here's how everything has gone. The day that she moved in, the air conditioning broke. Yeah. The air conditioning broke. And I still don't know what the fuck to think about that. I'm pissed. But yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody in the house is hot. Like, I'm not having a good time, man. And awfully suspicious? Yeah, I don't know, man. But I'm trying to... So yesterday, I call and I have somebody come over those items right there. What do you have? No, it's not really a Scourge expansion. I mean, I said I would shave my head if it was a Scourge expansion. Like, let's be real. Shadowlands is not a Scourge expansion. Most people even voted no, knowing that it would make me shave my head. So I think that to a certain extent, like, I don't know if I'm still going to shave my head or anything like that. I might do it for the content. It could be funny. But at the same time... Oh, wait. I'm taking way too much damage. I can't even do that. Okay. Let me see if I can even survive. Okay. We'll kill this boss right here. We'll get him down. It's like whenever I want to do damage, man. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Where the fuck is it? Holy water. I don't need to do that. Winterfall activity. Don't want to do that. Never doing any of those stupid-ass quests. Okay, let's go all the way back. What a shit-ass game. Bro, it's the exact same thing I was thinking, man. Exact same thing I was thinking. A shit-ass game. So, I need to do... Alright, so I need to kill Skull. Alright, let's go. Go to retail? Yeah, I mean, I'm just not... I don't think it's really going to be a fun... The way I look at it, right, is like the only thing that I really care about is making sure that the viewers have fun. You know, that's the only thing that really matters to me. Is if the viewers are enjoying it... let me just get a rest. If the viewers are enjoying it, then I'll keep doing it. But I feel like just having to run around in a 40-man raid all the time... I don't know, it's not like... It's not fun. Yeah, I'll change the song. It's a little bit too much. I don't know, like... Maybe I'm wrong about that, but like... To me... I don't know. I feel like that's not Tier's hand. Will that give me good experience or not? This is the best game ever. You can't stop this. You thought you could stop this. It's impossible. Come here. Come here. This is what's gonna happen. You did all this bullshit. Watch out for the rogues that are gonna be on me. Shit, I was gonna tag him. Okay, look at this dumb bitch. Look at this dumb bitch. You're dead. Alright. Where's the next mob? Take me to the next mob. Take me to the next mob. Where is it? There it is. Here we go. Z's? Okay. We're not going to do it for 5 minutes. Alright. We're not going to do it for 5 minutes now. We're going to wait right here for 5 minutes. Here you go. 5 minutes. Now, guys, listen. You guys want to do the Spurg shit? Now, I know that a lot of people want to complain. And they want to get mad. What a waste of time. Well, the Spurgs were doing Spurg shit. And that's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with the Spurg shit. That's it. Go duel whenever you hit 60? I will in a minute, man. Attention span of a gnat? Yeah, I know that, man. Give it a minute. Spurg shit, dog ass game, that's right. B2, go ahead, we're gonna kill him. Alright. 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. You don't punish the entire class, dude? Yeah, of course you do. Easy clap 60? I feel like I'm just gonna use this method on everything now. ZP with the 10 gifted community subs. Thank you very much, ZP. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have the fell. He's gonna solo him just with this. Why are you guys saying wrong demon armor? I don't understand. Like, I really don't. Like, this spec is actually really good. Like, you got this. I'm gonna go. I want to see somebody do some damage. Victory for the Alliance. Victory for the Alliance. By Uther's beard. For so many years, I was held under her captivating gaze. Finally, to see justice melted and the honor of Stormwind restored. Today, we celebrate this glorious victory. Seek out Major Mattingly in the Valley of Heroes. Pass me lead, I'll do invites. Allies of Stormwind, on this day, history has been made. 800. I feel like I've been playing the wrong class this whole time. I've been playing for PvP. You want to have Soul Link for PvP. Like, what do you mean? Like, you of course want to have Soul Link for PvP. Okay, I guess maybe I could go improve Succubus. I just get 1 point improve Succubus. And then I get Soul Link. Okay, so I have 2 points left. I guess Grim Reach is probably really good. I wonder if Spellstone is better than Grim Reach, though. Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Life Tap? No, not for PvP. Imp Drain? I don't think so. It's too many points for too little. I think this is the Curse of Agony. It's 2% damage. It's not worth a 20% range for your spells. Not for PvP. That's stupid. So we're now... Alright, it is 3:29. Which means that the Activision Blizzard earnings call... Activision Blizzard earnings call... is going to be happening in 1 minute. This is where we're going to find out if Classic WoW has been as good as we thought it would be. Are they earning... Okay, alright, I'm putting it in the title. We're going to go ahead, we're going to pull this up. Alright, yeah, we're going to... Yeah, sell your stocks, boys. It's about to happen. I'll pull this up and we'll listen to this a little bit. Alright, give me a sec. Do rank 1 Shadow Bolts to get the debuff? That sounds like a little bit too much, man. I don't know if that's worth it. Maybe it is, I have no idea. Okay, let me pull it up. Give me a second. I'll minimize this. I'll look at my spec later on. Vision, Blizzard, earnings, call. Alright, pausing this. Okay. Events and presentations. Click here for the webcast. Oh, I have to have my first name. Jeff Jefferson. At jefferson@jeff.com. Company Jeff Incorporated. Okay.
The Activision Blizzard Q3 2019 earnings conference call. At this time, I'd like to turn the conference over to Chris Hickey, Senior Vice President of Investor Relations. Please go ahead, sir.
Oh, God.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us.
This
today
company's
for Activision
dead,
Blizzard's
man.
Third quarter 2019 conference call.
Oh, good.
With us are Bobby Kotick,
It's dead.
CEO, Cody Johnson, COO and President, and Dennis Durkin, Company CFO and President of Emerging Businesses. And for Q&A, Rob Kostic, President of Activision, J. Allen Brack, President of Blizzard Entertainment,
That's Bobby.
and Herman Saknini, President of King, will also join us.
Okay.
I would like to remind everyone that during this call we will be making statements that are not historical facts. The forward-looking statements in this presentation are based on information available to the company as of the date of this presentation, and while we believe them to be true, they ultimately may prove to be incorrect. A number of factors could cause
So
the
they
company's
lying,
actual
man.
future results and other future circumstances
They
to differ
lying.
materially from those expressed in any forward-looking statements. These include the risk factors discussed in our SEC filings, including our 2018 annual report on Form 10-K, and those on the slide that is showing. The company undertakes no obligation to release publicly any revisions to any forward-looking statements to reflect events or circumstances after today, November 7th, 2019. We will present both GAAP and non-GAAP financial measures during this call. We provide non-GAAP financial measures which exclude the impact of expenses related to stock-based compensation,
Of course.
the amortization of intangible assets and expenses related to acquisitions, including legal fees, costs,
You can see if she get my suit
accruals,
for this.
expenses related to debt financings and refinancings, restructuring and related charges,
Absolutely.
the associated tax benefit of these excluded
Very
items,
true.
and significant discrete tax-related items, including amounts related to changes in tax laws, amounts related to the potential or final resolution of tax positions, and other unusual or unique tax-related items and activities.
Speaking of
These
taxes,
non-GAAP
please
measures are
trade
not
me gold
intended to
if
be
you have any extra
considered
gold.
in isolation from, as a substitute for, or superior to our GAAP results. We encourage investors to consider all measures before making an investment decision. Please refer to our earnings release, which is posted on www.activisionblizzard.com for a
That's a lot
full
of
GAAP to
Ws.
non-GAAP reconciliation and further explanation with respect to our non-GAAP measures. There's also an earnings presentation which you can access with the webcast and which will be posted to the website following the call. In addition, we will also be posting a financial overview highlighting both GAAP and non-GAAP results. And now, I'd like to introduce our CEO, Bobby Kotick.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you all for joining us today. Our third quarter results exceeded our prior outlook for both revenue and earnings per share as we made continued progress on our growth initiatives for 2020 and beyond.
Classic WoW.
For the fourth quarter, we've decided to increase investment in consumer marketing and user acquisition as we aspire to reach more players in more countries
it's Christmas,
on more
dude.
platforms than ever before.
Bobby, quit playing games on
Our
us.
recent success with Call of Duty
Duh.
highlights the potential for our portfolio of fully owned intellectual property. Call of Duty Mobile is experiencing one of the industry's most successful launches ever. In extending Call of Duty to the largest and fastest growing platform, we've more than tripled the
talking about
franchise's
mobile.
reach with over 100 million downloads in the first month alone. The game reached the top of the install charts in over 150 countries and regions, reflecting Call of Duty's global stature, and monetization is off to a strong start, with the game entering the top 10 grossing charts in over 100 countries and regions.
Man,
On console and PCs too, Modern Warfare is off to an exceptional start, and we have more surprises in store that we think will delight existing and new players in the coming months.
delight them.
We plan to take
Yeah,
Call
we'll
of
see
Duty
about that.
fandom to new levels with the launch of the Call of Duty League in late January.
Oh, God.
So far, we have secured 12 fantastic team owners who bring deep operational and entrepreneurial expertise as they prepare for games in cities around the world now. These ownership groups include some of the biggest names in professional sports.
Oh, my God.
And 10 of them have already enjoyed success with us.
Oh,
on the
my
Overwatch
God.
In fact, the Overwatch League recently completed a remarkable second season.
We need
that saw
another
over
league.
30% growth in U.S. average minute audience. We couldn't be better positioned as we continue
Phase
to execute
Atlanta.
on our vision and strategy.
Can't you guys wait?
For amateur and professional esports. The phenomenal response to World of Warcraft Classic in the quarter also illustrates the vast potential and enduring appeal of our fully owned franchises across the company.
Yeah.
Celebrating the 15th anniversary of World of Warcraft and the 25th anniversary of the Warcraft franchise, WoW Classic brought millions of players back to the game.
Wow.
And Blizzard has the resources, talent, and pipeline to continue delivering great content for World of Warcraft players into 2020 and beyond. At BlizzCon last week, we gave Blizzard players a preview of some of the superb content in our pipeline. We expect the innovations on display across World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Overwatch, and Diablo to inspire Blizzard players and expand Blizzard communities.
Great.
And we expect Blizzard to deliver the consistent business growth that we know is possible in an industry with so many opportunities.
Absolutely.
King continued to lead the way in mobile gaming. Candy Crush was, again, the #1 grossing game on the U.S. mobile app stores in the third quarter. And the team is hard at work on new features and content that we expect to drive further growth for the franchise in coming years. Our in-game advertising initiatives delivered exceptional results again. Advertising net bookings within King almost double year over year, and we're now starting to apply our capabilities in this area to Call of Duty Mobile and certain other properties across the company.
So it's just a matter of time.
For the continued focus and extraordinary efforts of our employees.
Garrosh is going to be wearing Nikes soon.
We appreciate the ongoing support of our shareholders, and we have deep gratitude for our players and spectators who derive an incredible sense of purpose, meaning, and belonging.
Behind every Cloud Serpent's an advert, you know?
Through our franchise.
It's going to be great.
Our mission to bring the world together through epic entertainment is the driving force behind our ambitions, and we remain steadfast in our commitment to this ideal. Thank you for joining us today, and now Cody will review the highlights of our operations for this quarter.
That's great.
Thank you, Bobby. Activision Blizzard exceeded our third quarter outlook, driven by better-than-expected performance from Call of Duty in-game and World of Warcraft, as well as favorable cost timing. And we started Q4 with successful launches for Call of Duty Mobile and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and achieved important milestones in several other franchises. We plan to build on this momentum and will invest this quarter to maximize the potential of our franchises in 2020 and beyond. So far this year, we've
record number of
investment and
subscription
development
plans
resources in our key franchises to drive innovation and improve performance across our 4 strategic growth pillars. We've made clear progress against each. In our first pillar, delivering a strong, consistent cadence of major new content releases, the World of Warcraft Classic launch in August drove a record quarterly increase in subscription plans, with the player base remaining elevated into Q4. Then last week in BlizzCon, Blizzard announced the next World of Warcraft expansion and sequels to both
that
Overwatch
remaining
and
elevated.
Diablo,
That means
giving
people
fans
did not unsub.
hands-on gameplay for the next major installments of some of our biggest
There it is,
franchises.
dude.
And 2 weeks ago, Activision launched Modern Warfare with exceptional early sales.
Footnote is
In our
it says
second
1
pillar,
monthly or
which
longer
is driving
subs.
live operations with ongoing in-game content, services, features, and events, we saw encouraging results from our increased focus as we continue to invest in growing our capabilities in this area. The expanded development team on World of Warcraft has sustained strong engagement within WoW Classic into Q4 as it delivered the first in a wave of substantial content updates. Black Ops 4 and in-game performance continue to benefit from our focus on delivering more compelling in-game experiences. And we saw a positive community response to our plans for Modern Warfare's in-game system.
I knew it, bro.
Our third pillar is to build on King's leadership position and extend our acclaimed console and PC franchises to mobile.
Yep.
To that end, Call of Duty Mobile has had a very strong start, shattering records following its launch.
Jay, come on.
Against early success,
go back to
the
Classic,
significant
man.
Potential of our franchises on mobile, given the powerful combination of globally beloved IP, increasingly compute and graphics capable mobile devices, and strong execution.
Yeah.
And lastly, our fourth pillar, as we add new engagement models to our franchises, we continue to have a strong ramp in advertising and an industry-leading position.
Another league.
We are pleased with this progress on our growth pillars. There are more milestones to come in driving the business to its full potential, but we see these results as a clear indication that our increased investments are positioning us for significant future growth. I'll now provide more detail on our Q3 results and recent developments for our franchises.
Okay.
Activision monthly active users were 36 million in Q3, while lower year-over-year due to the exclusion of Destiny and a decline in Call of Duty catalog. Activision reach was better than expected.
Just cancel
This
COD.
reflected the strength of Black Ops 4 in-game content.
Yeah, just cancel
that drove
COD. Problem
sharp
solved.
Year-over-year growth in both reach and purchases of in-game items versus last year's title. And Call of Duty saw a surge in reach with the launch of Call of Duty Mobile on October 1st. Over 100 million people downloaded the game in its first month. The title reached the top of the mobile app download charts in over 150 countries and regions, driven by the global recognition of the franchise, strong publishing execution by the Activision team, and exceptional work by Tencent's Teamy Studio in creating an authentic Call of Duty experience.
Authentic.
The game has tremendous
Is
quality
this
and
fucking
polish,
Diablo
and a
Immortal again?
4.9-star rating in the US iOS store. Monetization trends for the Battle Pass and the first seasonal event have been strong, and retention is outperforming too. Our publishing team is capitalizing on this momentum, significantly increasing our user acquisition budget to continue to grow the player base.
Mm-hmm.
Note that this investment does limit the title's Q4 profitability, but also sets up healthy contribution for the title in 2020.
Wow, that's
With
actually a
15
good way
years
to
of
think
Call
about
of Duty
it.
content and experience
How
to
about
draw
that?
upon. We have a raft of features, content, and events lined up for the future of Call of Duty Mobile.
Investing in your products.
And on October 25th, our world-class development team at Infinity Ward launched Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Okay.
From the quality of the campaign to the breadth and depth of the multiplayer universe,
Hmm.
we think Modern Warfare stands apart from any other title, and we're confident that we'll once again have the #1 console franchise globally for upfront sales this year.
Oh, 1,000 gold.
The title's
Nice.
off to a great start. First week unit sell-through is up high teens versus the prior year title,
Nice.
with strong
Yeah, 1,000
console
gold.
growth and PC units on Battle.net growing over 50% year over year. We've taken significant steps to create a single, highly engaged player base, with cross-play and cross-progression between platforms and the removal of the Season Pass. And we intend to keep the community engaged with a substantial pipeline of in-game content, which we expect will in turn create greater opportunities for player investment.
Sounds like a good idea.
Building on all this momentum, as Bobby discussed, we plan to launch the new city-based Call of Duty League in January. And we have more surprises and initiatives planned to further enhance the scale and value of the overall Call of Duty franchise in the coming quarters.
Oh,
Turning to Blizzard,
good.
monthly active users were 33 million in the third quarter, modestly higher sequentially. World of Warcraft reach almost doubled sequentially in Q3 as both existing and prior players embraced the arrival of WoW Classic, Blizzard's recreation of World of Warcraft as it all began 15 years ago.
Huh.
In Q3, Blizzard
Wow.
added more monthly and longer-term subscription plans than in any prior quarter, both in the West and the East.
Wow.
And reach remained well above prior levels in October, with deep engagement across both classic and modern World of Warcraft. And with increased resources, the team has already started to deliver an accelerated cadence of in-game classic content. And then for modern World of Warcraft, Blizzard last week unveiled Shadowlands, the next major expansion for the franchise, launching in 2020. The depth and breadth of World of Warcraft's appeal is clearer than ever, with the franchise set for growth in 2020. Turning to Hearthstone, as we highlighted on our last call in August, we saw a more challenging competitive landscape for the franchise in the third quarter, which drove lower reach and player investment, both sequentially and year over year. But as discussed, the expanded Hearthstone team has a substantial innovation pipeline planned for the franchise. Last week, Blizzard unveiled the latest expansion, Descent of Dragons, and also announced Battlegrounds, a unique Hearthstone take on the auto-battler genre. Battlegrounds is planned as a significant engagement driver. And with the Hearthstone team innovating at a rapid pace, we look forward to announcing additional content initiatives